hello there. Welcome. Happy August 1st. You know, the only reason why we have 12 months and not 10 months is because Julius Caesar decided that he wanted, Augustus Julius Caesar wanted July after Julius and August after Augustus. August 1st. Anyway, I have no idea how it's August already, and it's kind of surprising that we made it! We're all alive! Woo! That's great. Woo! Close calls there. But now before we begin, I would just like to remind anybody who's watching that we will be switching to Wednesdays starting August 11th on this channel. Same time, same place. We will eventually be moving to a new channel called Dungeon Pop. Make sure to follow when you get a chance. But we want to do a smooth transition, so we're going to take it one step at a time. And so that's why we're moving to Wednesdays first, and then going to move to the new channel after that by October. Yeah, so super exciting. Stick around and follow the new account, like I said, but also on Twitter. It's not Dungeon Pop in the at, it's actually at dpop exclamation, the actual like word, not the punctuation. Yeah, so it's gonna be an exciting new chapter for all of us, and literally new chapter because we're hoping to start fresh on level 3, so it'll be pretty cool. But we're on level 2, so what in the flim flam happened last time? Well, let me tell you. They navigated their way, Team Reaper navigated their way from Dave's shack, Dave the flesh golem Frankenstein's monster type thing, and then towards the village of Ghost, only running into one bagman hiding within a handy haversack, seemingly having been carried, and having victimized the water ganassi and Team Genie. So the Team Genie was cursed, this water ganassi in particular. After a close call and some ingenuitive reduction of size, which was pretty neat because then it stopped Rexel from getting pulled into the bag, into the void. Yeah, they claimed the handy haversack for themselves after basically drowning the bagman out. Sort of. You never know. Maybe he's still in there.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Continuing on, they reached the village of Ghosts, which was an entire town whose spirits still lingered, apparating into existence once the crystals above dimmed into the night cycle, whatever is happening. And Meg is, I don't know, there's like a bunch of conversation happening.
We're fine, Dev. Keep talking, it's fine.
Meg, we're all gonna rely on you to be active in the camera.
Yes.
You gotta make all of the facial expressions I normally make. I need you to make all of those facial journeys happen for the course of this entire episode.
I don't think
I am
that.
now just looking at
that's
this
gonna happen.
Making the world's dumbest face. I'm like,
at least Jacob, your hair looks stellar in that picture.
yeah, Jacob was great always, though. That doesn't count. Anytime I see Jacob's angelic wishes, I'm like, oh, yes.
So if y'all can still hear me, here's what else happened. So they found their way to the temple inside this village, which apparently was sealed with psionic magics and was the reason why the spirits could not pass on to the other side. With a little mind slivering, solving the riddle and realizing what the key within your minds meant, psychic damage on the door, the team proceeded to face a zombified beholder who was on his way to returning to his original form through way of a tome dedicated to the deity of peace and nature, Eldath. After defeating the zombified beholder, they took a long rest within the chapel, but were also rewarded by the villagers, who soon departed into the next realm with oil of etherealness. Essentially, they took their little ectoplasm, squeezed it out into a little bottle, and handed it over. And now the party is all fresh, waking up or reactivating after 8 hours of a long rest, and will now soon depart towards the mountain and towards what could be the Temple of Moradin. And if you all recall, I will bring it up on Albert Rodeo. This is the map that Dave drew you.
What a glorious map.
It gets better and better every time I see it.
So
Truly,
you're no longer here.
Yes!
Masterpiece.
You are...
Wait, no, are we in nature or kind of?
Oh no.
We're in village.
Then you gotta go this way.
Oh,
We
God.
brought the map back to Dave's again.
So you have to leave the side of the river that you have been taking towards the mountains and head towards this proposed area right here.
This is how Dave showed us too. He just continued to draw on the map and then wrote "You are here."
Maybe there's some strange magics. This is a thumbs up.
Oh, that's better than what I thought it was gonna
Rage slap. The rage slap immediately.
be. You know, theirs looks a little different. There's a bunch of them stitched together down there.
I'm glad you
regret
put
everything.
this. I'm glad you put this map up, Dev, because this actually helped a lot in reminding me what actually happened last week. Because I could not remember for the life of me what happened. Like you said, zombie beholder, and I'm like, I don't remember a zombie beholder.
You don't remember the zombie beholder?
That was
No,
like the
until
big
this
fight.
map came, and this map was like, oh, of course, this is exactly what I
course.
needed
Oh,
to
yeah.
know. What
Wait,
Dave.
what? Didn't we get you fights? What was the other fight we did last week?
Bagman.
Oh, the
wasn't pretty
bag
short-lived.
man.
It was
Yeah,
more
we
like,
started with that.
Yeah. You solved that through cleverness and wit, and also killing him, but not stopping him from regenerating. You did at one point. You got him really close and dealt radiant damage to him with a sacred flame, but then another turn rolled around, so then it restarted.
Yeah, I took care of the arm though. My awesome fire damage.
You did. It just like vampire in the sunlight. So before you set off towards the mountain temple, what would you like to do next? Or like, is there anything you would like to do beforehand?
Once we wake up in the morning, Kanari's gonna cast Aid. And she'll cast that on Moxie, Brina, and she'll put it back on Vrexel too.
Okay.
Unless
Dev, tell me about my sick orb I made last night.
You will have to give me a dexterity check to put it together successfully.
You know I'm fantastic at dexterity checks. 14 plus 7.
Ooh.
Oh, just a dex check, not sleight of hand.
Yeah, just dexterity, because it's less about trying to be quick with it and more about precision.
18.
So you are not a stranger to precision when it comes to these sorts of activities, and during what normally would be a flesh being's sleep cycle, you spend time putting this orb back together, and when you do so, you mend it, right? You have the mending spell you've been casting it on it.
Yeah,
Basically,
so
it
you
kind
can
of
put
fuses.
one thing back to another thing for every 1 minute.
Yeah.
1 minute, just making the orb bigger.
It was kind of like Inuyasha's little like orb, like splitting up into big chunks as opposed to like shattered. Yeah.
Wouldn't know that.
I thought that's like a classic anime, like all nerds know.
You will be disgusted by the amount of things I have not watched.
Anyway, big chunks, so you manage to put them together. Every time you mend them, it actually seemingly fuses them back together, so there's not even cracks left. And as soon as it comes pieced back together, you're thinking that this might have been some sort of arcane storage. It's not something that you can activate. It's just like if you have certain spells like imprisonment or magic jar, like that kind of stuff, this is a good receptacle for that.
I don't think I'll ever be a high enough level spellcaster to use either of those. But I have it nonetheless.
Anything else anyone would like to do? Any RPing? Any fun stuff?
Where did Brain and Kanari leave off with their discussion about the Andrew situation?
They didn't finish that. They sort of, let's say that you kind of like, give me a second, I just need to process a little bit. And then Kanari actually walked over to Moxie, and they were in the middle of a conversation.
And everything exploded?
When Wyatt disconnected. And so
I'm back with internet.
If we want, we can finish those conversations real quick.
Sure.
Sure.
we'll just do Brayna's really quick because I feel like let's start there because I didn't. Yeah. No, I think Kanari told you that Andrew had a curse placed on him. I'm trying to remind myself of the conversation that you know that Andrew had a curse placed on him, and if he was brought back, that the curse would still be in effect. So the curse has to be broken before he can be brought back to life, because otherwise it's just dooming him to the same fate. But I promise you, I'll start learning how to break more powerful curses. I can do pretty simple ones right now, and I'm not... It'd be a waste of a wish, and a waste of... I don't want Andrew to suffer any more than he already has.
Curses aren't something you can just catch, though, yeah?
Not typically. They're intentional. At least everything in my experience has been, unless there's some chaotic being from the abyss, or... the Nine Hells doesn't necessarily have a chaos within it. It's pretty... They have their own moral code, to be sure. But if it benefited somebody else to either hurt him or hurt you or hurt the Ironbeard clan, I think there's something bigger at play.
Brayna, roll me a history check.
I'm super good at that. It's not having to do with stoneworking, right?
No.
Could I give her guidance if I was asking her, like, does she remember anybody that could have had a vendetta against him?
That can work, yeah.
Add a d4.
Ooh. It's a 15 on the dice, plus 2, and my history. Wow. I have a plus 4 on my history. So that's a 21.
You remember a story that your grandma once told you about an ancient feud between your family and the Hammerlock clan.
This is before we went to bed or after we went to bed?
I don't know, whenever you want to remember this.
Kind of want
It has to be within the minute of the guidance, by the way, so...
I think for continuity purposes, it'd be before we went to bed.
Yeah.
Brain's gonna be... I think she's getting a little... She's, like... It's starting to put it to... she's put it together now that... Andrew was cursed on purpose. And maybe he's getting a little angry. I think she's going to rage to pop out Grandma that told the story.
Oh, hello, sweetie.
Grandma Lorda, remind me of the story you were telling about the... What'd you say, Hammersmith?
Hammerlocks.
Hammerlock clan.
Oh, those dastardly Hammerlocks. Yes, I remember it as if it was yesterday. They've accused our family of causing the death of one of their sons. And they swore that they would get vengeance. They have always tried to sabotage the Ironbeard Forge. Time and time again, accusing us of all sorts of things. Even one time we were accused of being sworn to a demon. And it was entirely incorrect. That was just Uncle Lester, who got a very bad sunburn that year. But still, the Hammerlocks have always been attempting to get in the Ironbeard way. Sometimes we have been retributive in our actions towards them. But alas, I myself don't even know if it was true, if we truly were the cause of the death of their son.
Brain's gonna hold up her arm with Andrew's name on it, and she's gonna be like, "Seems like they may have gone a little too far, Grandma."
She reaches and starts trying to touch the tattoo and the name.
I see. If it truly was the Hammerlocks, they aren't known for having the magics or the dark arts to be able to do such a thing. But I remember that one of them had magic with them, potentially capable of such a thing.
She grazes it some more.
I can feel him.
I haven't seen him yet.
He is not here with us, unfortunately. I didn't even know he had passed. But now, the connection with the tattoo to the spirit of Andrew, he is lost. Lost in the fog of the ethereal planes, in which our spirits cross over from death here to your aid. I must find him if there's any hope of breaking this curse on his spirit.
This is a terrible old lady voice, but it's what I'm rolling with.
Brayna kind of sits down hard and lets the rage drop.
She disappears, waving goodbye. And she says,
Good luck. Only you can do this.
I'm just realizing that last week I prepared some sick names for people in the village. Y'all didn't even like explore at all. You just like
Why
to the
would
temple.
we?
I don't know.
We've wasted too much time already.
Listen, Biddy Wendevere. That is such a kick-ass name.
That is a very good name.
Thank you.
Kanari would reach over to Brayna and just put her hand on her shoulder. I'm sure we can do this. I know it's a lot of pressure, and I know there's a lot of feelings with this, but I sincerely believe he'll be back, and all of this will be made right.
I mean, there's no other option, yeah? We got
No,
it.
there's-
Wait, I gotta.
And I'm right there with you. We all are.
Good.
I'll give you some time to think, but there's stew when you're ready.
I'm always ready for stew. You know that.
I'll reach into the Seward's spice pouch and sprinkle a little extra paprika or something like that. Just something special for Brayna's
From the
bowl.
spice pouch, right?
Yep, that we got last time.
Yeah, Brayna digs in, but like quietly.
And I think the other half of the conversation with Moxie was like, "Yeah, you're joining me. Haha. You've been
You're
chosen by a
clear
god."
now.
Oh yeah, and
You-
Moxie's like, me? What?
Listen, you already glow. It was only a matter of time before somebody noticed.
Well, sometimes people glow. I don't understand the issue.
I know, but I mean, if you glow like a
Rexel
celestial
makes people
being,
glow all the time.
well, I think that's a little bit of a different kind of glow.
Fire.
You have a natural glow, Kanari.
Oh, but I mean, if you have questions about, I know you meditate and other stuff like that, but if you need help with the religious side of things, you kind of have a free. Both Rexel and I grew up in temples.
Yeah, I mean,
I know it's not your style, but
they're just so boring.
I I tried to make...
They don't let you punch anyone.
No, because, well, my whole thing was healing and making sure people were taken care of. You know, kind of guiding, consoling people, and Pretzel read a lot. I mean, it's kind of... You can punch books, but why would you want to?
Yeah, the librarians don't like it all that much, so don't tell me I can punch books. They said no.
Listen, I thought when you had your library card revoked for the 3rd time, you would have gotten the lesson, but...
Oxy, the book in your hand starts to, like, jump a little bit.
Okay, what's happening? She's like trying, she's just like awkwardly holding it out like,
This I haven't seen
books
before.
don't do this, books don't do this.
The book, pages start flying until spread of pages reveals itself and then lays resting.
I don't think I've ever seen a book do that. She's gonna look at the page to see kind of what it says.
It says that the mother guardian of groves is regarded as a goddess of serenity, comfort, and healing. She's known for abilities to cure sickness and madness. This is kind of like paraphrasing because I don't know how this book could be written. And you give peace to those who are suffering, who may pass through natural means, while the Mother Guardian of Groves calls us to peace and pacifism when the time comes. It says that when protecting rivers, streams, druids' groves, and friends and loved ones, resorting to violence and defense is seeking peace for those that deserve it.
Does this mean I have to like be a river guardian now?
You get to be a river guardian now.
The book flips, and then it opens up, and it's just like one big yes. JK, that does not happen.
But Umbran's comment is entirely correct.
Yes.
You get to kind of take care of nature. You get to take care of us like you already have been. It sounds like things you're already doing.
I mean, I guess, but as long as I get to punch things still, I think it'll be okay.
I'm sure Eldath will allow you to punch whatever you like as long as it is in the name of protecting something.
Peaceful.
If it's a peaceful punch, you are good. And I think that includes your healing.
They do heal.
Yeah, and I know it shouldn't hurt, but for whatever reason, sometimes just a fist right to the back when you're trying to like heal a burn or something. It's just a little.
Sometimes we don't know our own strength, said the Lord. That sounds like a cleric, right?
Absolutely. And Kanari just sits there, just eats, just.
She's my favorite cleric.
Moxie will probably just keep flipping through the book and eating because I think she brought stew over. I thought Kanari did. You're right. Okay. Yeah. So she'd probably just kind of eat and like continue kind of browsing through the book. Probably asking Kanari about certain words that she's like, wait, what does this mean?
That is altar.
Yeah.
That's no.
Bible school teacher who doesn't actually know any verses, just kind of makes things up. It's like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and
right,
you know, she probably makes up some catchphrases that she tries out, but we'll see what happens.
As you all end the night and find your places to rest, start working on your crystal, think over things that you've learned, connections that have been made. The night goes on. If you were asleep at any points in the night, you would hear shrieks and screeching.
Classic screeching.
Classic screeching.
Screech.
And some of the sounds are loud and remind you of the flying bat-like creatures in the air and more. It's not near. It sounds distant, and it's not loud enough to wake you up out of sleep. It's just like if you pay attention, that is somewhat present. But then you wake up, and the crystals above you are glowing brighter, almost like an overcast day sort of light. And yeah, you want to head to the mountains, right? To where Dave drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave drove us up to the mountains, so like we already got to ride up.
He drives a jeep.
He's
sure.
meeting us at the village. He's just Rias Darby from Jumanji.
So you head out, and it's a good distance. You do have to mark off some rations from the day before. You have to mark off rations for today as well, if you require rations. Mark off 1 use of the oil can, or lacquer, wood treatments. Yes.
Yeah, keep fishing, Dev. You'll find something I need eventually. You eat oil? Like, get off my dick, old lady. Leave me alone.
Rainbows and butterflies. And then you continue walking. The area seems to get a little bit darker, kind of like the dark gray of a storm above. You don't hear any thunder or rain. It just seems to get fairly dark, even though it should be daytime. And you slowly start to feel off. Something's not right. And so, if anyone
feel that?
Like, there's like a kind of pressure around you. You don't know the source, but you can give me a perception check to see what you can discern.
That's what I want to waste my nat 20 on. 22 perception.
Oh gosh.
21.
9.
15.
Better not be the only 20 I get tonight.
Moxie has her face in the book. While the rest of you are walking around, and you're starting to realize that the light around you is slowly becoming redder. The lights above, yeah, they're dark, but now there's like a red tone to it. It wasn't obvious at first. It was kind of like a slow boil. You slowly kept walking until you realized that, like, wow, it's fairly red around this. Not like the red of a fire. It's darker than that.
Pretzel's going to take out the Gem of Brightness and just use the lowest level command word just to make it shed light. Curious if that effect affects the light of the gem, or whether it's just coming from other sources.
It's... the light lights up, and it sort of has this this transition, this gradient. The light that is being produced from your sphere emits, and then slowly, as it gets to the edges, meshes with the red light around you.
Interesting. Well, that's and it turns it back off.
The hair on the back of necks of flesh peoples start rising. Almost as if like there's a natural instinct kicking in.
Could I do a quick Arcana check and see if this is something I would know anything about, either having read or being a being of pure shadow?
Yeah.
15? 10 plus 5?
If anything, you're thinking that this is caused by some large source of power. There's a source. It's magical. It's not anything Shadowfell related. It's not something that you're used to feeling around you.
Could Vrexel, with proficiency in Arcana, take a shot at that?
You got guidance prepared?
I did not prepare guidance today. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if it's useful. That's a 12. That's a no.
You're starting to pick up the fact that it's like a magical source as well. Do
Why
you
does it look
continue?
so weird around here, guys?
Yeah.
It must mean we're getting close to the temple, right? Because like all of the other temples that we've been to have had issues. One had like some weird coin in it, and the other one had a zombie in it, and this one's just probably has something.
That's what I forgot. We didn't look for a challenge door at the temple.
Yeah, but they've been pretty like
You don't need to like,
Obvious.
find them usually.
yeah.
Dig.
Yeah, well, we've only done one challenge room this entire level.
That's
And we
true.
had theorized that each temple had a challenge room attached to it, but this one didn't, or we didn't look hard
Or
enough
the
for it.
challenge room was just the like the whole village as a whole. Like saving them, even though they didn't put a door on it.
I would argue not.
Well, maybe our hypothesis was wrong.
There's not
Yeah.
any logical patterns set forth as far as we have experienced. I just like the logical processing that Umbrin always does. It's probably my
Listen,
favorite
I'm a
part.
robot. It's what I
I
gotta
know.
do. I don't feel things. I gotta think them. So,
So do you continue as you're walking, or are you staying still?
no point in stopping.
Yeah, I figured we were still walking and just like chatting. Probably Moxie would pull out, or whoever has the map, pull it back out to like check and see if we think we're going in the right direction.
Can we physically see mountains in the distance that we're walking toward?
Not right now. The canopy is too thick, and the land is too uneven for you to be able to get a clear, horizon view. Does anyone have a compass? Is there any sort of like directioning happening?
Oh, didn't
Yeah, Dave.
yeah,
Gave you a
Dave
compass.
gave us a compass. So yes, Moxie does have that.
Wonderful. The things you remember. And the compass, as far as you know, it's still pointing in the right directions, and you are going where you should be going.
Kanari, is this enough cover for you to fly with to go check out, like, up above?
More than likely, if it's a dark... I mean, it's dim lighting, isn't it, Deb?
Yes. Red light is actually the best light to have in
Yeah.
a dark setting because it's easier on the eyes because of
And-
the low spectrum.
And physics and all that fun stuff.
Mhm.
It's also really difficult to use in a show because it starts to make people go crazy after a while. Lighting design. Yeah,
Ooh,
I'll use
Ooh,
Stage
I can
man.
change my light.
Yeah,
Oh,
Keep
good.
going.
we always made our backstage lights blue for that specific reason.
Mhm. They also do blue lights in like some Japan cities because blue lights do have a calming effect.
Ooh, that's orange, not.
Oh,
Here
Oh,
comes
goodness.
the sun.
Oh, man.
Dude.
Jacob, you have like a light
Everyone's
shining
learning
down on
so
you
much.
like a rainbow right on your head.
Uh-huh.
And
it's
like
nice
he's-
with the purple because it like blends in with the purple of his hair up front.
hmm
Okay, I'll get there. Hold on. Let me get
Canary will click her heels together
Pause for lighting effects.
and activate Steps of Night, so she has a flying speed for a minute, and she'll run up towards the canopy. As she's on her way up, I think she's going to use an action, because Rexel gave me that ring of recovery, I think it was. So I'm going to take back that, or get that second level spell slot that I used to cast Aid, and I'm going to cast See Invisibility while I'm going up, just in case there's anything else coming around.
Yeah, you see the typical sensors and like the Scryer viewers, and you can see some different like invisible shapes, almost like amorphous blobs, just flying here and there, almost sort of like wisps of air that have been unseen so far. And beyond that, you don't see much. The canopy is thick, so it's hard to see through onto the forest floor. There are some patches and whatnot, but you do see in the distance what looks to be like a large pond. That kind of breaks a hole into this canopy for obvious reasons.
Kanari will head back down. Because I can see into the ethereal plane with see invisibility, those kind of amorphous, like wispy shapes, do I get the impression that they're from the ethereal plane? And that's what I'm seeing?
Some here and there. Some are coming to ethereal, to material. You think that they might be spirits, maybe ghosts, maybe something like that.
Is
Eye out for Andrew.
I was about to say, as I go back down to the floor, can I look over at Brayna and see if I see a little dwarf next to her? Andrew, maybe?
When you do, no. There's actually none of these spirits around your party at the moment.
Okay. It stays up for an hour, so I'll point out the direction of the pond for all of us to start heading towards.
Okay.
And we do that.
Yeah, it's a noticeable landmark. There might be another team waiting there, or something. It seems like whenever there's an obvious landmark, there's something in store waiting for us.
Well, maybe they'll be chill because they lost. If it's Team Genie, which we know we're kind of headed up this way as well, maybe they'll be chill after losing someone to the Bagman.
Did they for sure lose someone to the Bagman, or was that just a trick?
No, we 110% confirmed that they were dead.
Her body felt very dead when I poked it.
But like, what if the Bagman was just like, oh, here's a random body?
Well, it was a Ganassi from probably the team of Ganassi. So
I guess we'll
I feel
see.
like that might be an assumption. I don't know.
I feel like we've seen the team from Team Genie. And I feel like they're all Ganassis. But a fun idea.
I guess we'll see if we run into anyone, how they're feeling.
Ev, I know last session you mentioned that there were yellow eyes looking at us, or like blue eyes or whatever they were. Did we determine those were the spirits, or are they like, can I look around for eyes?
As you look around using your long range of vision, you do see the same eyes. Blues, reds, greens. You know how like owls, when they feel like threatened, they like move their heads around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. They're just always moving, seemingly watching different like humanoid shapes. Wisps of black smoke coming off of them.
Cool.
It seems as though every time they get hit by a strand of light coming down from above, even though it's red right now, you can still kind of tell where there's shadow and where there's light coming down. Their form actually like disappears in that, even with your see invisibility. So there's something with light reacting.
Can only Kanari see these because her vision is.
Yeah. At the moment, if
with
Kanari shared that
120
vision,
feet, I wouldn't be able to see him.
they seem to be staying farther away.
Okay.
I'll just I'll look over to Brexel and be like, you have that gem of brightness, right?
I do. And I've got a couple of other tips and tricks too if we need light.
You might want to have it on you in a pinch. I know they seem to be keeping their distance for right now, and they probably only attack at night. Or if we sleep, but
Right.
just in case. I have a
Brain's
feeling
gonna-
things will get tougher as we get to the mountains.
Brain is gonna pull out the Lightbringer. Maybe this will help too.
Yeah. More light, the better.
Oh, I can do a thing. So Moxie will pull out her quarterstaff and cast light on it. So that'll the one like spell Moxie can do.
Where'd you learn how to do that?
You know, around.
Foxy, does this mean you're officially like a citizen of the Magisterium?
I don't think so. I think they like you to do more than just one thing.
Well, magic is magic. That's enough for you to apply, at least.
Is it?
Do we... Well, go back a second. Do we want to light everything up right now, or is that going to draw attention to us?
I think if we just keep that, we'll be fine. But otherwise, I think it might be good to keep moving.
As you continue through the forest, heading towards that pond, you start hearing the lapping of water against the side of the pond. It's almost like startlingly apparent and clear amidst the silence of the forest around you. The dark red intensity of the light almost making you feel on edge, paranoid, maybe you're just on the edge of paranoia. And you see the pond in the distance. Seems to be on this sort of path you've been following.
How large is this pond?
Kanara described it as a little large for a pond. It's not like just a small little thing that you can kayak around in like 5 minutes. It's a little bit larger, but not big enough to be a lake.
Well, it's a Wisconsin lake then.
Yeah. I would say that it's about 300 feet across, which is 100 yards. So like a football field.
Is that
Yeah,
the way?
so Wisconsin lake. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is that the way we're looking to go?
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the way to the mountains.
There is a path that kind of like goes to the pond and then probably wraps around the side of it.
If we wanted to, I don't know, this might, again, paint a target on our backs, but Rexel's going to pull out the other feather token, the one that makes a 50-foot long boat.
I don't think we need a boat to get across. I'd say we save it.
But the boat moves on its own. It could give us a chance to, get the lay of the land, take a break.
Take a defensive position in the middle of the pond.
Or if there's a sea monster in the pond, it could just,
A darling
No,
idea, but
not
I think
us.
maybe we just walk around the pond. It won't even take a minute.
Say if it's a football field size, a 50-foot boat would be like a third of it.
Yeah.
Mostly I just feel bad that I have this, and I'm like, I should just use it. And get...
Hold on to your
Well,
dope ass boat token.
You never know
We'll
when
save
you need
it
to
for
throw.
the water level.
Right.
Who told you about the water level?
There's
I'm
always
just
a water
guessing.
level.
Look,
Guys, we're gonna be in so much
if
trouble
the
for
Little
the
Mermaid
water
is
level.
in all the Kingdom Hearts games, then we're getting a water level. Whether or not we have to go there is, who knows?
Could be at like level 8 of the Dungeon Sphere. Hey, remember that item you didn't mean to let me buy? Ah!
Remember that item you
at
used
that
on
level
level
would be
2 that you really
appropriate.
should have saved?
As you get closer to the pond, I need everyone to make perception checks.
Don't do nat 20 again.
And you all have dark vision, so there's no disadvantage or anything.
Oh, good.
That's a 4 for Umbrin.
19.
Umbrin doesn't see anything.
Still thinking
20.
about the water.
24.
All right,
15.
For Rexel.
15,
13.
13. Vrexel and Moxie, you see the pond and the way that the waves are lapping against the surface. Vrexel, there's something off about the viscosity of this lake. The surface tension, everything, it's just like not right. looking at it. This pond. Mm-mm. Moxie, you're looking at it and you're like, wait, I know what that is. I'm familiar. I see that all the time. You're starting to realize that this pond is not a pond of water, it is a pond of blood.
Okay, I retract the boat idea.
And I need everyone to make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw. Except Umbrin.
Good, because that was a 4!
Is this against magic, Dev?
No.
Oh no.
It's against something
Natural 20.
much deeper.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. It is actually against magic.
Oh, hey. Well, that's good.
Eldritch magic still counts.
16?
All
I
right.
speak deep speech to it.
24 for Canary.
All right.
30-20.
30-20.
Natural 20, so 24.
Each of you in your minds hears. Come, deliver to me your blood.
Oh,
I like my blood, thanks.
I need it for my job.
I need-
She has a point.
Bring me your blood.
Do I have anything in my inventory with blood in it? Let me check.
Your blood well vial. Except it's your sap. I don't.
I spit in it.
Do you not know who I am?
No.
I am ancient.
Are you also the land?
Do you think worms have blood in them?
No,
I kind of
no
need
way.
them to feed my frog. I could give you one.
The one known as Kakue Sector.
Let's
I'm
see.
I'm gonna
what now?
I'm
Could you be a little bit more specific?
Who is this?
You dare mock me, and the ground shakes beneath you.
No,
I'm
We just don't know who you are.
I haven't heard of you.
Would the TM allow me to make a history
be-
check?
To be fair,
Does
I've
anyone
only
speak
ever really read
primordial?
one book, so
Yes, you can make a history check. Does anyone speak primordial?
no.
All right, then
You
don't
said
know
it was eldritch
this
magic
means.
and it's not speaking deep speech.
It's eldritch as in like ancient.
Oh,
Dark.
not eldritch
Yes.
like abominations from space.
21.
Ooh. Gekui Sendo is what is the primordial tongue, but not like the 4 primordial languages you know, something more ancient, something like that has some languages have been derived from. It translates sort of into the first drinker of life. And you remember from your studies that this is the name of a vampire god that was the first vampire long ago. You learn about it because you need to know how to treat vampire bites and all that sort of stuff, and so you're like, oh, I've had to listen to the story about the history of Kakui Sangdo, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Canary would kind of quickly mind link with everybody and just let them know all of that, just without like the eldritch being, like without it being spoken out loud, just in case.
You are strong enough of will to resist my call. The water sort of like pulses whenever he speaks. What, Yuri? What?
There's 2 capes!
There's 2 capes?
Oh, Dad! Gasp! It's Super Dracula! He wears 2 capes!
Ryan.
Ryan killing it in chat!
Chaos.
Oh my god.
Straw Daddy. I am so very thirsty. I have not experienced fresh blood.
I take the vial out and I throw a worm to it.
What is this? The ground shakes.
Can I offer you some drugs?
We've got worms and drugs.
Why do we offer drugs to every being we come across?
Okay, look.
How did this
Give you
become our
lots of
party?
drugs.
To be
Hey,
fair, of the
ancient
like
eldritch
4
vampire
vials I
god.
got, of the 4 vials I've got, I only actually used 1, and the other 2 got me information in something else. So
Drugs, kids.
Oh, I've
Always
got
have some drugs.
spiders! No, did I trade the spiders?
How about
No, I traded the spider silk.
we
Do spiders
make
have blood in them?
a trade
for the drugs?
for your blood?
Oh no, I told you I needed that for my job.
We
No,
can
wait,
make a
you haven't
pact.
answered my spider question, ominously.
I do not desire spider blood.
What if
But
I told you they were
thank you
high
for
quality
the
spiders?
Offer. At least you're offering something.
Yeah, we
Anyway,
like to make
I
friends
offered
wherever we
you
go. Have you met the hag Gorgatula? She's our best friend.
The drugs were like amazing, so I don't understand why you don't want them.
You rated the drugs a 7 out of 10.
if you
so, like,
give me 25% of your vitality, enough where you will remain conscious, alive, and able to perform your tasks after maybe some recovery.
what do you give us in return?
I will give you a powerful weapon, a boon to slay your enemies. And I will give it to the one who seeks vengeance.
I think you have the wrong party.
Braina, something about that.
Rada's like, I would like to vengeance things, yes.
I would like to.
Wait,
You give
vengeance
me
on
your
what?
blood, I give you a weapon forged from mine.
Ooh,
Foxy's
blood
gonna
sword.
kind of lean to Umbrin and be like, aren't we on like a time crunch? Do we have time to let her recover?
Only 25% of your blood. It's just a quarter of your maximum HP. Metagaming, that's what it's going to be. You get rid of a quarter
To
of your
deal
HP.
damage, or you drop by that.
You just drop by that.
Oh,
Umbrin, you don't have to
no.
worry about that. The
Like
offer's only till
forever?
before.
Like your max
No,
drop?
no, you don't lose maximum HP.
Okay, okay.
You lose 25% of
Okay.
your maximum.
Of your
It's
max,
not-
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That-
your maximum HP does not decrease. Sorry.
Yeah, like I'm like, no way.
Yeah, for a
man.
second I was like, oh no.
Well, 25% of your vitality, so whatever that translates to, enough blood to take that 25 points of damage. Ryan's trying to be specific with this, but just give him your vitality enough where you won't die, fall unconscious, like you maybe get a little
Well,
woozy.
25.
Not
Wait, I have
25%
to
of your
Google
brain
how many
has only,
liters
like,
of blood
17
in a
hit
dwarf.
points.
1 sec.
Yeah. It's not 25% of your blood. It's like an equivalent amount of blood for that to your HP.
So Maida, that's only like 17 hit points. That's not
Okay.
a lot.
You will slice open your hand and plunge it into my depths.
Ooh, that sounds like a great way to get a bloodborne disease.
My
Yeah.
blood is pure.
The ground shakes more.
And
Um,
sorry.
Yes.
And what guarantee do we have that you won't try anything else?
An eldritch pact that cannot be broken.
I
Brenna, are you gonna be a warlock now?
Right? I was like, are you gonna be a warlock again?
Are you a
That's not what this
blood
is leading up to.
warlock?
Eldritch, as in like how it describes certain ancient enemies. Watch it.
Warlocks all the time. I wore the perfect shirt. I wore the perfect shirt. Hey,
Warlocks are
yeah.
actually one of the
Hey,
best
yeah.
things to like multi-class into. Those and clerics. So,
I would
Apparently, you've never seen a rogue.
who gets to second level and hasn't had an ability score increase.
I don't know. I have had an ability score increase. I'm level 4 sorcerer.
Can't cast third level spell.
Can't cast third level spells. Don't have a demon dog yet.
Not yet.
One day though.
One day, and then I'm going back for swashbuckler.
An eldritch pact.
And suddenly, fire burns in the grasses around you, and almost like arcane eldritch language. This time it is in it's still in primordial, but somehow you can translate it, maybe the telepathic connection. This is the pact, and it looks like just like sigil. You drop your blood on the pact.
I mean, we've used our blood to pay for library books, so
Yeah,
is this much worse?
A little orb of blood rises up out of the pond and floats and hovers until it reaches the seal, and then slowly descends into the sand.
If you were an ancient vampire lord, did you used to be hot?
Yes.
Can we get like a picture?
Yeah.
No.
Did you like form your blood into your old visage? Moxie and I want to see it.
I shall deliver.
Mm.
And each of you get like a whammied with like this, except Kanari gets whammied with a vision of this like large, lean, wiry, muscled man with long hair and large fangs and deep red eyes, and he has a thick ass.
Yes, I concur, brother. This is a smart move.
Dumbstruck vampire.
Oh, Brina is going to ask, this enemy that can be killed with this weapon, is it something in this dungeon, or is it something for what I would like to do?
Something you will use to end those who come against you. All you will need to do is, once the pact is forged and I receive my side of the trade, dip your maul into my blood.
Does that work on fists? Just curious.
No.
I'm not giving you blood, but okay, cool. I'm glad I'm not taking this, because then I'd have to use a weapon. That's fucking stupid.
I need blood from each of you.
Oh, he wants 25 from everyone?
Yes.
Except Umbra.
Oh,
You really
sucks to
should have
you
been
guys.
more upfront about all of this.
I have been upfront!
Okay, no need to throw a temper tantrum.
Kanari, what was the name of this guy again?
Insert name.
Sure.
Kekwisengdo.
Kekwisengdo.
Has Vrexel heard of this cat before? Because
This cat.
This cat. I love it.
I don't believe it.
I don't have history persuasion,
Kanari
so.
probably mentions the stories, but you can roll your own Arcana check if you want.
I guess my Arcana check is less like who he was, and more, is this what he would do?
That's fair.
Since I also have Arcana, may I assist in this?
You gonna roll on your own, or?
I'm helping you
Uh-huh.
because your intelligence is like a lot better than mine.
In that case, 22.
You know that since he was the first vampire, first life drinker, only in certain mythologies. There's different mythologies, but this one specifically says that he was a reasonable man in his day who would make deals and is fairly straightforward. He's not one to deceive because was always too powerful to have the need.
Okay. I mean, it seems legit. As legit as... Let me rephrase.
As legit
You've been
as
hanging
a
out with
talking pond
Moxie
of
too
blood
much.
who
Seems
calls
legit.
himself the first life drinker would be, yes. And to update the map.
I mean, this has to be something you guys decide. I have no say and am no help in the matter since someone doesn't want my spiders.
So we all have to give blood, and then Brina's weapon will be super cool. Is that what I'm getting?
Are you asking Gekui Sangdo?
Yes.
Yes! The ground rumbles.
Calm down. I was only like half paying attention because you can't do anything to my fists, so.
Listen, man, I don't care if you know dummy thick vampire lore. Chill out, bro.
I've seen hotter that are not undead things, so.
Giant lengths of blood.
I feel like he hasn't really answered Brayna's question of like who specifically this thing is good for.
It is good for your foes.
Good for them or good against them?
Against. Why do you care about Pandantix?
Well, because we just want to make sure that we're not getting like screwed out of a deal. Like, are you some kind of genie that's trying to screw us over?
I think
You
he's
have
just
such
starving.
audacity in the presence of a god.
He's just a starving little puddle of a god who's
Man.
asking for help in the only way he can.
Kanari's taking a
Obviously
step
and
back
aggressively.
from all of this. She's like, no. I'm
Listen.
all for witty comments, but
Can
nope.
we please make the deal? I am so very thirsty.
I know. Well, maybe be nice about it. You know,
Can
we're
we-
helpful people.
Can we
you-
negotiate a little bit, like maybe less blood from everyone, since we all have to give it, except for our
Well, you know,
non-blood
Persuasion
friend?
check.
425 does
Persuasion
make
check.
100%.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
God, I'm so good at these, so
And see, that was good rationale there, Erie.
I got a natural 20.
You're trying to negotiate with like 20%.
Okay.
Can we just do
What about like 17?
Okay.
Sweet. Okay, yeah, I'd be okay with that. I'll do that.
God, do I have to math now? Oh my god.
Sorry.
I just
you
pulled out
signed
my
up to
calculator.
math.
Are we
Dungeons
rounding
and
up?
Dragons.
I
In
didn't think
D&D, you
he.
always round down.
I didn't think he would go for 15, so that's why I went for 17. Look, I just saved you guys all blood. You should be.
So is this max
The
hit
seal
points?
is glowing.
Is this max hit
Uh,
points before aid or after aid?
Oh, that's a good. Okay.
Huh? Say that again.
After.
After. Okay.
You gotta drip a little blood into the seal, and then you gotta plunge your hands into the pond.
The bond of blood.
That's only it's only 11 hit points. Brain is totally up for this.
I want to make sure I'm doing my math correctly. It's the number of hit points times 0.17, right?
Correct.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not a math person.
You're a coder. That's essentially math
I don't
sometimes,
code.
right?
I don't have
you
to
don't?
code. No, I just have to write instructions.
Oh, this entire time.
Yeah, no, I just write
you
in.
write instructions about how to code.
It
certain things?
kind of depends, but yeah, I write instructions on like how to like work a website. That's one that I did for a robot. So
Okay, cool. Anyway, back to
Adult jobs.
fantasy,
yeah, right.
not real life.
Anyways, Brain's like,
Give that pond your blood.
I think this
Oh,
is
by the
for
way,
you guys.
this is the blood
Everyone
of
ready?
the title. This is blood.
Got it.
Oh,
Got it.
not our.
But maybe
well,
there's a
kind of
double
our
entendre.
blood.
Was
I
this
think-
where the Power Rangers came in, or
Oh, because this is where we all get our communicators, right? And then we all become a different color Power Ranger.
Braina has gone over and has like scratched her hand and has dipped it on the thing.
oh no, I think this is the blood gif. I think I found it.
You drip a little bit into the sigil, and then you plunge your hand into the pond.
Hmm.
You start feeling almost like a suction, as if the blood is being drawn out of you. And you lose 17% of your hit points.
Oh,
You're
he's
welcome.
so sweet. Do you think we can take a vial of him with us?
No.
Well, I mean,
For
how
no other
else are we
reason
gonna
than he's
talk to
annoying.
him?
Yeah,
mean,
but
I
what if
think
he knows
he's
stuff
a-
about the dungeon?
If you
He's
take my
a-
blood, you become one of my immortal servants. So
Yeah.
please,
If
go
I give
ahead.
if I
No.
give it back, do I
You're
become
immortal.
mortal
souls.
again?
Nobody gets to be a vampire.
We just feed him a drop of blood every day. And he can help us on our. I'm amassing dark friends. I've
Yes,
got
but
this
you
bag.
don't
Oh,
have
I have a
blood. You are bargaining with other people's lives here, Umbrid.
Give me like a drop.
No,
would that
between
be
the heads up over
Kanari!
some
Oh
time.
my god.
No,
We can
I'm
have a
not.
new friend.
No, we're not having a friend. We are not adopting this
Please.
creature. We are not
You
adopting
wouldn't let
an
us take the
eldritch god.
beholder with
pond
us?
of blood.
We're. Oh my god. I'm just. Kanari's just like. Just walks up, like, just gives her blood, and is like, I'm walking. I'm leaving this. Whatever happens, I'll be here to break whatever curse he puts on all of us at the end. Whatever.
Yay! I want to take a vial of them with me.
No, I did not
Yes.
get permission for that.
Every time you reach to like go get a vial, it actually parts and moves away. This is deja vu. I'm having serious deja vu right now.
I think this happened
this has
last
happened
time.
before.
It
No, I
has.
want to take it with me. Though.
Every time it like parts away and like completely avoids like you. Stop that! Stop that!
No, but I could be your immortal servant.
You cannot!
But I could though.
You cannot! You do not have
We'd go on
blood.
adventures, and you'd see new things. And every time I killed something, I would feed you. You'd get to taste
You
all kinds
threw
of
a
different
worm at
bloods.
me. You threw a worm in me.
I was trying to be helpful. Okay, I didn't know what kind of.
So
I don't
Brenna's
have
already
any blood
delivered
to
blood.
offer.
Alright,
You
got
can.
it.
You don't have to sit next to
Kanari
the
offered
spiders in my
blood.
bag if they freak you out.
Frexel offers blood. Moxie?
Yeah, Moxie's gonna have to borrow a knife, but she'll offer some. She'll offer her 17% that she haggled down for.
What if I could persuade
And she'll
him to
and she'll
come?
still whisper, "Are you sure you don't want the drugs?" And then
Thank you. You feel the suction. You lose 17% of your hit points. Now, please, bathe your maul in my blood.
You're talking my Warhammer, yeah?
Maul. The
Brenna
maul that
would
you
never
took from
use
Boy.
a maul.
You won't
That's
use a
not
maul?
Brenna.
It's like a giant hammer.
It's not the one I made, though. It's fine.
It was boy's maul.
It was Boy's Mall. I'm looking for it. Did I... Do I...
If we
Oh, yeah,
had
I do. It's right
bow,
there. Okay. Okay, I will dip Boy's Mall in the blood lake.
Suddenly, before that, Jacob, what were you saying?
No, nothing. Rexel was making it.
Oh, okay. As you dip the maul into the blood seems to like almost vein its way up it, and the metal of the maul goes from this like weathered iron sort of look to a dark black, as the weapon itself seems to change and burn as the blood makes contact, and it snakes its way up until it reaches the handle. If there's leather on the handle, and so it actually goes underneath and just changes the black underneath. The leather is just leather, so it's not anything too special from this change, but this inside the cracks and the different places, instead those get replaced with different runes of they almost look dark and sigil-like across it, almost matching the patterns that you have on yours. It seems like a little adjacent, a little bit more twisted, a little bit more dark. And you hear his voice, and you alone hear this. I call this Devourer, and it is now yours.
What does it
And you now have a blood maul in your inventory.
oh,
Whoa!
do? Cool.
Ooh.
You think I could roll persuasion to get him to come with us?
I must remain here, as is my curse.
why
Well, what
are you
if-
cursed?
A part of you could come see the world with us. And by
And
world, I mean
suddenly-
the dungeon.
The lights go from red back to the normal gray hue, and what stands before you is a normal pond, just normal water lapping against the sides.
You think he was really part of the dungeon, or did he just sneak his way in?
Oh, I know. I definitely think he's a fabricated part of the dungeon.
I like the light change.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I need to
but-
change my light too.
He might have knew things about the dungeon. He could have been a valuable asset.
I don't know that he liked us very much.
That's rude. I'm very likable. Literally created to be likable and to murder.
Alright,
Pull
taking
the
a
whole
stroll by the
Transylvania.
blood pond.
I don't.
You're doing
Yeah.
what?
Kanari's taking a stroll by the blood pond, just walking ahead.
It's normal now.
Normal pond,
like-
whatever.
I
No,
take a
it'll always be
vial,
the blood
I take a
pond in
vial
our
of the
hearts.
pond water. It's like he's with us in spirit.
You get a little scoop, and you actually see 2 tadpoles inside. Jerome hops up.
New Jerome!
He flashes a weird mauve.
Yes! Fuck you, pond water. Get off my inventory sheet. 2 tadpoles!
Holy
Ooh,
shit,
blood
Dev.
tadpoles.
Is this a custom item or is this an actual item?
Custom item.
Voice. Oh dang! Did you
names
guys
for my
look at it yet?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
boy.
You
Where
can
is it?
go ahead and tell your party in character what you now know, because you know instantly what it does and its name.
And its name. Holy shit, y'all! This thing can hit real hard if I give it some of my life force. Like real hard. And even if I don't, look at the heft on this thing. Like, oh my god. Okay. Damn.
Well, I don't know how much good it's gonna do you. The Brent I would know would never use them all.
You can switch between whenever the time calls for it.
Yeah, she's got both of them on her. She got her hammer and them all like prominently on her back now.
I can't wait for the fan art.
The weapons collector.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I wouldn't. So I've played Brain Up previously, and she literally just collected every single weapon she possibly could.
I love that.
In a script.
We'll actually take our 10-minute break here, and we'll be back.
Did you forget to go into the
9:25.
bathroom again, Dev?
No, it's just like the next part is a big chunk, and so it's a natural like break point.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah,
It's
so-
fine.
Producer Ryan, you can take us out whenever you want. Big boy.
Don't.
Hello. Welcome back. We have all been replaced by robots.
Cats.
Beep, boop. Cat robots. Anyway. So, after having that encounter with a vampire god and dipping your maul into a pond of blood and giving up your blood, is there anything you'd like to do? Maybe you could always do a long rest to recover.
Does
But you don't have
anyone
to.
know anything about nature?
That's a rock.
I think we're all
Breeze?
city slickers.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Pond?
there's wind.
I mean, I've read a lot. What are you trying to figure out?
These 2 tadpoles.
Ah,
I've transferred them to a vial to a larger beaker and added more pond water. Do we know what kind of frogs they grow into? And perhaps they've been tainted by the vampire god who has inhabited their pond.
They're vampire
Something
frogs.
tells me that might have been hallucinatory. Not hallucinatory, but
Illusory?
What if
maybe.
you gave a hallucination god some hallucination drugs?
I think that
Would
would
they
open a black
cancel-
hole.
Okay, that's good to know for the future reference.
Could a potentially 14 nature tell me if these are magic blood frogs? Or they'll grow up to be magic blood frogs?
They're not magic blood frogs. They appear to be average bullfrog tadpoles.
Well, I will release them back to their home.
oh.
Be free. Little
Jerome-
nut blood frogs.
Watches, and you see a slight like moisture appear around his eyes.
Oh,
A
you
longing
hurt your own
ribbit
feelings.
escapes his lips.
No, does he
His
miss level
froggy
1?
lips. His family.
They'll grow up here with where they belong. You agreed to come with us, though, so.
You belong with me.
If we want to use a quick short rest, or I'm fine with keeping going.
I'm also okay with continuing on.
Yeah, I mean, nobody used anything, so.
I mean, we lost a little bit of life, but I don't know that it
Brina's
was
a little bit pale.
significant for. I should have gone down to 15%.
I think I need a cookie. Does anybody got cookies?
Kanari reaches into her bag and pulls out like a slightly stale cracker. This is the best I can do right now.
Were we allowed to bring cookies?
No, I haven't had time to make it. Once we find the checkpoint, I'll stay up and bake cookies one night.
Well, you should definitely sleep.
Well, I know, but I can make cookies really quickly.
Okay.
How long could it possibly take to make cookies?
I don't know, like 7 hours?
No, not really.
Okay,
Maybe
well,
45 minutes, if
That
that.
doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough about baking to dispute it.
Well, for all the prep and everything like that. I mean, they only take like 12 minutes to cook, but I don't know. I'm assuming fantasy times I can't just I have to mix it all by hand. There's a lot of folding in.
like a sheet? You need to fold a sheet?
Let's keep going.
I'm
We
assuming we're
wasted
watching
enough
as we're.
time at the blood pond and now on
Oh yeah,
cookies.
I figured.
Yeah,
I
and
figured
we
we were
was egging
walking.
on the Eldritch God.
Okay, look, that guy
Why
had
did
it
we
coming.
spend so much time there? Kanari, I wanted to walk away. I just will point that out. I did it so we
Yeah,
could do
you
vengeance.
also wanted to walk away from Gorgatula, and if we did, we wouldn't have gotten this neat doll.
She's
And
creepy too.
She wouldn't have taken my firstborn, which I mean I'm not gonna have, but she thinks
She
I want
is
to.
lovely. If it hadn't been for Gorgatula, we wouldn't have known what was wrong with Andrew.
And also, if I do have a firstborn, I don't want it. Like, ugh, she saved me some hassle, man.
Okay.
Either way, this is a win-win situation for us.
All I'm saying
Is it wrong to say I hope we get sponsored by the Hags Coven? 'Cause I really hope we get sponsored by the Hags Coven.
There's a Hags Coven?
Yeah, she said that's who's gonna take your firstborn.
Oh, you're right, she did. Man, I want to meet them. They sound so cool.
I know.
Taking
Maybe we get
firstborns
sponsored
from
by them.
people?
When we get out of the dungeon sphere, we could go get tea.
Oh, I don't normally tea, but that sounds fun.
I know. How fun would that be?
Yeah. I should probably keep in contact with them if I'm going to give them my firstborn, so.
They could do all kinds of cool stuff for you.
Oh, man. I mean, they're taking a child that I may have, so that's more than enough. They're doing me a favor.
Didn't you promise the rest of your borns too? If you had
Well,
more?
yeah, but she said, you're only having one! So,
Yeah, that is exactly what she
but
sounded
if
like.
I had more, they're welcome to them.
I don't know what's happening.
Brina is
We are
fully-
writing the narrative for you, Dev. Just take the Hags Coven and roll with it.
Look, we're just fans of the Hags Coven,
All right.
and
As you should be.
they're, um,
We're unofficial members of the Coven.
yeah, and their willingness to take firstborns. I don't understand the issue.
There are many issues.
Umbra and Moxie
So
have matching t-shirts when they went to Hag Coven Con. Con, if you will.
Nara's just sat in prayer, not sat in prayer. She's just walking and is just praying the entire time, just
Moxie's gonna make
anything to
the
get me
best
out
cleric.
of this conversation.
Rex is just
Brina
like,
is fully walking
Never.
far ahead.
You're actually making pretty good headway towards the mountains, by the
You're
way.
welcome.
You knew it was going to take a better part of the day, so you think that you're probably going to arrive at the mountains maybe once dusk is arriving.
And we kind of haven't since we've the lights kind of come back. We haven't seen any trail or anything for the other team that we kind of knew headed this way.
You can roll me a survival check.
Okay.
Ooh, everyone's really good at that one.
Yeah. Nope. 8.
You can't find anything. You've noticed that the ground is a little squishy.
Okay, that's good. I like squishy ground, so.
That can only be a good sign, yeah?
Look, sometimes you get natural 20s to get 17% blood. Sometimes you don't know where you're going. It's fine.
Could
Don't worry
you
about
make
it.
a survival check with advantage because of the compass and the map?
Oh.
Not for tracking.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, what are we tracking?
Oh, I was just asking if we saw any like signs of the other team having come this way.
Oh, sorry. I think I spaced out for a second.
You're fine.
We all do. That's okay. So as you continue along, you begin to actually see the mountains in the distance. You know that you're encroaching upon them, and the forest is getting a little bit less crowded in terms of the trees as the terrain becomes a little bit rockier, harder to sustain large clumps of trees. You do see like different creeks and such. Some you have to hop over. It's fairly, you know that a lot of the water that rains in the mountains or melts in the mountaintops would drain on this side and create these little areas. And yeah, as soon as dusk starts to fall, you feel that you're getting fairly close to where he had drawn the mountain's temple to be, and you start to hear some movement up ahead.
Have we seen any like dwarven stuff?
No.
Hey guys,
I'm
there's
going
something ahead.
to...
Which you know that like mountain dwarves, there wouldn't be anything until you're like in the mountains. Hill dwarves, yeah, but if you're dealing with mountain dwarves, then
if we
Well,
hear
like-
movement up ahead,
yes.
I'm going to just have the team stop, and I'm going to cast invisibility on myself, and I'm going to sneak forward to see Luna not in the coffee. And sneak forward to see what it is.
All right, perception check at advantage, or not perception, stealth.
17 plus 10.
17 plus 10. You pace forward as your allies are waiting behind you. They disappear from your sight just as you make your way. You maybe move a few hundred feet forward until you start feeling a little bit more, start hearing a little bit more sound, creaking of branches, snapping of twigs, and then you start hearing hushed murmurs. Hushed murmurs.
In common?
Common, yes, but you're not close enough for it to be intelligible yet. Intelligible? Legible. No.
Legible's reading.
You were right the first time.
Intelligible?
Yep.
Huh. Makes sense, actually.
Mhm.
I just had a brain fart. And
You didn't have a brain fart. You had it correct.
yeah, that's true.
And then
I
you thought
doubted
that
myself.
doesn't sound right.
I doubted. All right. What was your stealth check again?
27. You're good.
27.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's like I'm a rogue.
That's
Like I'm a magic rogue built for stealth.
Wait, you're a rogue?
Sure am.
I know.
Got that expertise in stealth.
You see 4 characters in front of you, seemingly hiding behind a tree. Some trees and a clump of rocks. And this is the direction that you need to go to head to the mountains, northwest. And these folks are a little familiar. 4 individuals, 3 of very strikingly colored skin tones. A red, an earthen brown, and a bluish tone, and then a human. They seem to be looking at each other, talking, whispering, a little bit of arguing. Lots of gesturing and whatnot as well.
I'm going to sneak a little closer, and if anyone seems like they are picking up on something, I'm gonna dash back to my team.
None of them notice that you are approaching. Their attention seems to be very focused on something ahead of them.
Can I make out what they're saying now?
You can roll me a perception check for that to see how much you gather. What was that?
Oh.
You aren't able to pick up what they're saying, and you're starting to realize that it's actually not common anymore. There was a little bit of common, like different words, but now it's pretty much all primordial. Not like the vampire god, kind of like Eldritch, I am a primal language sort of thing, but actual primordial.
Can I see?
Primordial is your
What?
weakness.
Yeah, and reaching anything, above 6 foot, above 5'8", because as far as I can stretch my arms out.
I mean, the entire team's weakness. Primordial.
For now.
That's a
One
threat.
day we'll be tall
threat?
after one of us dies.
With the language thing, I think I can know all languages in a couple levels. So
Oh yeah.
Preferably now.
yeah.
Can
That's why
I
I say
see what's caused them to argue?
It'll be another perception check.
But no, not you. Traitor of a die. 14?
No. It's a little too far, and the trees and the foliage seem to be blocking something, but there does seem to be quite a bit of noise from up ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna head back to the team and relay everything I've seen.
Do we like Team Genie, or are we gonna go at them?
Mm. I
I
mean,
can't remember. Too many teams.
So the only one that we've had any issues with really is Nightwalker, right?
Team Mermaids do not care for us.
Team Mermaids.
Team Mermaids.
Oh, yeah, they're not a big fan of us.
Which one is that
That's
again?
racist.
The Mermaid Team!
The one
That's
with all of the.
Only they can say mermaids.
Mermaids are real creatures. Excuse you.
Oh, was mermaid not their name?
Leviathan.
Kraken.
Kraken.
Oh,
I don't feel they deserve the title of Team
Right.
Kraken.
Oh, is
Uh-huh.
that? Is that Egg Team?
Corinth.
The Tritons who tried to trick everyone about the giant.
yeah.
They're not big fans of us.
Leviathan
Egg's team is different,
eggs.
right?
Yeah.
Were
And
they
go
looking
ahead.
down the road where we were coming from, or were they looking somewhere else?
They were looking down the road you're heading
In our direction or up ahead?
towards the temple.
Okay.
Is it something in the temple or is it something in the cave?
There's no temple. There's no cave. You're still a little bit away from the mountains.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they are down a person. Like, what if we sort of offered a bit of a pact right now? Right? Like,
You're like in the mood for negotiating pacts, aren't you?
We're always in the mood for negotiating pacts. We would have talked to Team Nightwalker if they hadn't stabbed Moxie to death beforehand.
yeah. And I've been reading a lot of that book on the way here, and
Let's talk about a peace now.
yeah. I feel like maybe we should at least try to give them a chance. Maybe. I still kind of want to punch them, but maybe I can give healing punches instead.
Oh, so
Bro.
sweet. Yeah, let's approach peacefully and see if there's an agreement we can come to dealing with whatever's up ahead.
Do we want
Yes.
to keep a couple of us in reserve?
Do we want to just send them a message instead of coming up to them and being like, "Hey, don't shoot"?
Oh, that's a good idea. We could send the bird.
Hey, we saw you guys while we've been looking at you through the bushes. You need help? I mean, that feels a little suspicious to me.
We're watching you through the bushes. Don't worry.
We're not being weird about it. Maybe we just be like, oh, we've randomly stumbled on you guys. Hey, what's up? Like, actual people would do.
Are you telling us how to be actual people?
I'm giving an opinion of which I do not know. I do know a lot about being creepy, though, and your plan certainly is creepy.
Okay, I was just curious because you're always pointing out that you're not people, so.
I certainly
Even
am
though
not
you are,
people, but you, oh, so sweet. I'm just
thought it
telling
was
you,
funny.
your plan, let's send a messenger to these people who should not know that we are here, is a little creepy.
Well,
You're right,
if
I'll
we
give
just
you
come up to
that.
them, they might just shoot us, and then it would defeat the whole purpose.
Well, what
If
if
they
I go
Shot
first?
us, we're like, hey, whoops, our bad. Didn't mean to sneak up on you.
I can use the message cantrip.
What's the length on that?
You want to get
Well-
120 feet away and be all like, who's over there?
We could just ask what they know, say if there's something up ahead. Take it down together?
I mean, if they ask us about, like, coming up on them, right? We could just be like, oh, we heard something and sent our scout to kind of make sure it wasn't an animal or, we were just being safe when we stumbled across them.
Still pretty creepy.
Well,
we're in the
they
dying
attacked Dave
lands.
for no reason.
What?
We're in the dying lands. Most things are creepy here.
Haunted lands.
Haunted lands. If anything, I think we give it a shot. I'm all for peace, but I have a feeling we'll start to turn on each other sooner or later. And I know you were not complaining. You were mentioning that we hadn't had a lot of opportunities for challenge rooms, and there is also a nice bonus if we do fight and defeat all members of the team. I don't necessarily want it to come to that, but, well,
I think
in
we
case
have
it
the
does.
advantage of being up a
But-
member.
Like what happened with Team Nightwalker, as soon as things get bad, humanoids run. It's going to make it very hard to take down any team unless we're in an enclosed space where we can control the area.
Okay. I was just pointing it out. I don't
Unless we
disagree.
trick them with friendship.
I would prefer
Ooh,
not to be
peaceful.
I mean, I was just kidding. I don't want to do that, but
If we are looking to fight, I do have a way we could set an ambush too.
I think we should just be prepared in case things go south. You never know what's going to happen. They're probably on edge from the bag now.
I say no messages. We just wander up and pretend we accidentally found them.
Great. Perfect. Canari's going to cast, just as a precaution, Protection from Evil and Good on Brayna, which includes elementals.
Oh.
No
Nice.
idea what all they will have, but it won't take us more than 10 minutes to reach them, right, Dev?
Right. You're
Yep.
like coming up on them. Umbrin was there and back in just a few minutes.
Okay. So until the spell ends, you're protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Targets of creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. You can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by any of them.
Cool.
And so I'm concentrating on that.
Wonderful. All right, so I have actually put you on the battle map, so you can go ahead and position yourselves wherever you would like as you approach. We're not going to roll initiative right away, because you don't know if there's going to be any sort of combat.
who's kind of going up first?
Our most likable and humanoid person, I would recommend.
I wonder who that is.
I'm a goddamn
Unfortunately.
delight.
We're all a
Me.
goddamn delight, but I am very scary to see emerging from the darkness.
I'll take the lead if nobody else wants to.
I mean, I
I'll
can.
be-
I just don't know
I'll be right behind you, Kanari.
if you want me to be doing that.
I think if I'm flanked by both of you, and then Umbrin and Rexel, if you want to hang back just a little bit, just in case any shenanigans happen.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Great.
So we'll go like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, is this man's name
Making a
Chad?
mighty V.
Oh, his name is Claude.
Because he's
Bad.
an Ganassi.
I don't know, his name might have been Chad.
Hey, Chad.
All
I've been a
right.
Chad in D&D before.
So you begin approaching.
Yep.
Kanari in the lead, followed close behind by a burgeoning worshiper of a peace deity. So good practice for that. And
Yes.
an Ironbeard.
Darn toot.
All right. What would you like to do now?
Walk forward.
I think Canary would raise her hands kind of in a peaceful gesture.
Let's see if they see you. Yeah, so the two in the back, the one named Gale and the one named Graves. Graves is the human. You remember him to be a warlock. And then Gale is a druid, and that is the Air Ganassi. And then you see Empress. Empress is the Fire Ganassi, who is a bard. And then Claude is a barbarian Earth Ganassi. And of course, they're missing a Water Ganassi. They turn and look at you. They so like, did you hear that? They're saying it in primordial though, but like the kind of like, they turn and look at you.
Hello.
And Kanari, since you're getting a little bit closer, I need you to roll a perception check.
Guide myself. 25.
In the distance, you see two wicked-looking creatures appearing almost as if they're made out of bone. And I'm gonna post in handouts what they look like, but you should, you probably know what these are, metagame-wise. They have 6 insect-like wings sprouting out of their back, a large scorpion-like tail flinging up almost as if it's been made out of an extended tailbone into these demonic-looking spikes with large claws, a fierce grin, looking around, chittering as they're communicating back and forth with each other. 2 of them standing in the distance. And you now know why they told you to stop and be quiet.
Canary will go ahead and mind link with Graves and say,
Looks at
sorry,
you intently.
didn't mean to startle you or startle the creatures over there. I'll use an action so he can talk back.
Is this working? Hello? Is this on?
Yep, you're good.
He's
Yep.
tapping his head.
You don't need to do that.
Do you know what those are? Because I do.
I'm assuming since they're fiends, Canary might have some idea. I mean, metagame, obviously, but
Yeah, that can be either a religion or an arcana check.
I'll do religion. Natural 20 for total, and I guided myself. That's like a 30.
You ever hear the tale of the Bone Devil?
Many times over, it was a lullaby. But not a lullaby, religion classes.
They have been hunting us for quite some time. They have our scent. And now I think that we have the opportunity to ambush them, but we're one down. And honestly, we could really use your help.
Okay. What do we get in exchange for your help?
I knew there was always going to be something.
Well, it's a competition, dear. I am a lovely person outside of this, but can we have your guarantee that you won't try anything on us?
He rolls his eyes. You have my word. And he slides a ring off. You may have this ring. Slides it back on. It's a ring of protection. But please, we need to kill these things before we head to the temple.
Kanari nods at him and just says, allow me a moment. And she'll turn to everybody else and kind of mind blink. Just like, we're good? Yes? No? Yeah? I think we're good.
Pretzel quickly propose. I have something that can get us all to safety where these creatures won't be able to reach us.
Is it the boat?
It's this, and he pulls out a small line of rope. I can get us to a little pocket place where nobody else will be able to find us. We get up there, we make a noise, let them fight each other.
Oh, Rexel, you're evil. I love it. How terrible. Oh, so proud.
I'm just thinking about survivability. I know those things. I mean, we can probably take them together, maybe. But I know for a fact that we'd be safe. At least for a while. And all of you would know, probably from adventuring with Vrexel, this is the rope trick spell.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I mean, I'll follow you guys, I guess, whatever we're doing.
If the Bone Devils destroy Team Genie, we wouldn't get the prize for it, though.
We would have to finish them off.
So,
And then we would have to wait out until the Bone Devils leave. Isn't Rope Trick only an hour-long spell?
It's an hour, but if they don't have our scent, I don't know why they might stick around. Or at the very least, if we're going to fight them, we fight them. But we fight them after another team has expended all of their resources trying to beat them.
I know what my moral conscience tells me, but I'll do what's best for the team.
I don't think Brayna likes that very much at all.
I would prefer not to. I'd prefer just to fight these devils, but... Or we could... How many can fit in this pocket dimension?
Up to,
8.
Up to 8.
One of us would be left out.
Yeah.
If we all tried to go in there.
Yeah.
9 of us against 2 bone devils.
We could bring everyone. Graves is a genie, warlock of the genie. Metagame knowledge. I don't think we know this, but
I didn't know that.
Genie Warlock can jump into their vessel,
Ugh.
and he would just be a teapot. He wouldn't be able to come out because if.
By the
it
way, he does
exceeded
look
8
like the
creatures.
kind of like tea pouring, pipe smoking, monocle wearing sort of dude. So the teapot is entirely accurate.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to come out if it was 9 creatures in there. The spell would end and we would all fall.
Right.
But technically, we could get everyone up there.
But you don't know that.
We don't know that. That's a fun bit of meta knowledge for the audience.
well, can't one of you, someone do invisible stuff? Like make me invisible?
Now I
I'll
need
stay
all
out.
of you to roll me stealth checks.
23.
18.
Mm, 21.
18.
17.
All right. You all don't pull the attention of the devils. They seem to be prepping, by the way. You saw Gale. She pulled out a little U wand, and like a conductor, summoned a flying spirit with the summon beast spell. And Empress, even though I have like an image of a lute, you see that she has a bagpipe that she's carrying. Claude has what appears to be sort of like a bestial nature around him.
Okay, so what if all of you guys get up into the rope room, and they give me something of their scent, and if someone can make me invisible, I can run the fastest and kind of lead them away a little bit, and then like circle back.
How many key points do you have?
All of them.
But
6.
Like number 6?
Yeah.
That's 6 rounds of dashing.
I mean, if all I'm doing is running, though, I don't have to use the key points to dash.
How fast do you think bone devils are?
Reginald Graves is looking back at Kanari. He's mouthing some words.
I don't think that they're as fast as I am.
You know, some pretty gangly monsters.
I'll mind link back with him.
So what do you say? Because we have to act soon.
Moxie, you are not faster than a bone devil.
Yeah, I am.
They also have a speed of 40 feet.
I say let's
Yeah,
help
but
them
I have
out.
a speed of 45.
Ooh. They
Yeah,
can also
so-
fly.
Yeah,
Huh.
but I can still move 5 feet more.
if
I
they
think
hunt,
with their tail, they probably have reach on you.
and if they hunt by scent, that's still being invisible might help, but it's still dangerous.
Well, my point is that if I'm invisible, I can ditch whatever I'm using as the scent and like kind of circle back, and they won't know where I am.
Also dangerous, they might pick up your scent. And they'll know where we are.
Well, that's true, but I'm hoping not.
You see the Bone Devils approaching your position as they're honing in.
Kanari will just be like, I think we just need to fight them. We'll
You
join
see
them.
a-
We get
I
a
think
team
fight.
in our debt. We get a
You
team in our
actually-
debt allies.
Mhm.
I think this will be more beneficial, and then if we need to double cross them, we'll double cross them. But I would rather at least not have to kill them. If they die, they die.
There's
But
a
we're
strange shadowy darkness now, or that has been kind of surrounding this group,
Mm.
by the way. It's the Pass Without Trace spell. They just needed a boost to their...
Vrexel's gonna walk over to this tree and just put the rope there and cast the rope trick spell because it is not concentration.
Just last.
Nice.
You can just... If
Mind
anyone
link-
needs a place to run to...
Mind link to Kanari and just say, if things go bad, this is where we get out.
Great.
I know it's scummy, but
No,
we're gonna have to
it's
be-
self-protection. Great. Kanari will mind link back with Graves and say, we're in.
You see Gale, by the way, conjure 3 little birds with the U-wand. And those 3 birds kind of like go and start making some noise in different directions to kind of confuse the Bone Devils.
Do I still have that protection from evil and good on?
Yep.
Graves turns back to you and nods. All right. Then let's go, I suppose.
Can I move before combat? Just to, as we...
Yeah, everyone
prep?
can position themselves. Possession. But you can't get too close. No.
Brandon's gonna walk up on the other side of the tree from... This one's the barbarian, right? This Claude.
Claude, yep.
She's gonna go on the other side of the tree and kind of make eyes at him and him to that one, and then she's gonna point to one.
They all seem a little scuffed up, by the way.
They still fought Dave not that long ago.
Oh, it's been a whole day.
Okay.
They fought the
Yeah.
Bagman.
They tried to fight the Vampire Lake, which was a bad mistake on their part.
Just imagine that they have the same. They took long rest probably the same time you did last night.
Yep.
Yeah, and so if we're going to start, go ahead and roll initiative.
Let's have some honor.
Blessing of the Vigilant is on Moxie. Actually, no, Brayna.
Natural 20 for a 22 on initiative.
Ooh.
I'm gonna write this down and put it in my spreadsheet later.
All right. Anyone else get above a 20? All right. 15 through 19.
17.
All right. 10 through 14.
10 for Moxie.
And what the other? What did you get, Brayna?
Even with the Vigilant Blessing?
I rolled a 5 and a 2.
Kinari?
7.
All right. I need everyone to roll stealth checks one more time.
God damn it.
24.
8.
11.
14.
5.
So Frexel got the worst with an 8, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a 5 for stealth.
Oh, did you? Never mind.
I did.
I got the worst. And you go and you step on a branch and it cracks, and the Bone Devils turn to look at the clump here, and their stabbers, their stingers start shaking. And there's an insectoid appearance, like the insectoid sounds, kind of like chirping, grinding, that kind of stuff. And battle begins. Bone Devil number 1 sees this and sees Empress and starts running. So 5.
Brina is fully trying to make herself as
15.
big as her dwarven self can be.
And we can establish that the barbarians did rage before the battle began.
Oh, thank God.
All right. So this is not music I want.
Can
Hi,
I
you're
have
listening
turned
to me.
my claw tattoo on like right before it started?
Yep.
Wait.
Anyone that has any of those, like you get one thing before you start the battle, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna activate the poison on my dagger venom.
All right. And this runs in and runs at Empress, and she grabs her bagpipe, and it makes an attack against her. The stinger lashes forward. Actually, it's gonna go 2 more. Bam! It is actually gonna go for Brayna, because with the stinger, but it's first going to make a couple of claw attacks. The first one is going to be against Empress. As it's running through, it's going to slash twice at her, and then try and slide to the side and have its stinger lash out at Brayna. So the first claw attack against Empress is going to that is going to hit her. So she will take 1d8 slashing damage. As the claw rakes against her, you hear the bagpipe. And she says, "Oh, that just won't do." 1d8. Oh no. Alright, so that is 12 damage to her. I'm gonna have a lot of things coordinating. And then the second claw attack is going to go against her. And that will actually be a 21, so that will hit. So she'll get slashed one more time. and she's already not looking too good, but she'll be fine, you know. And then the stinger is gonna slice out at Braina. The stinger reels back and slashes forward. It actually doesn't even need to be 5 feet within 5 feet of you. It could have done 10. And what's your AC?
18.
18. So it rolls a 19, but Empress, seeing that this stinger is about to hit you, she actually goes, and the bagpipe, the force of the sound actually hits the stinger and knocks it out as she uses cutting words to reduce it by 1d8.
Wow.
Fancy. Now I feel a little bad about not using my reaction.
Reduced by 2, so that's 17, so it does miss, and the stinger gets hit by the burst of this energy wave from the bagpipes, and it stabs into the ground next to you. She just winks at you, nods. And because she's playing, she can't use her hands for any jesting. Gotcha, love. And then it's Vrexel's turn.
Vrexel is going to pull out the Potion of Major Image and is going to drop a major image of this party that we've stumbled upon, jumping down from the tree branches over here and beginning to run northward off the map.
All right.
Making a whole lot of noise and smelling as best Vrexel can tell the way this group does, if he has any ability to do that, but trying to draw the attention of this dude over here.
Yeah, that is great use of that. So you uncork it, and then it does require your concentration. You will be concentrating on it because you're shaping it and everything with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And concentration up to 10 minutes. You replicate it quite well, and it could examine with an intelligence check. But let's see what happens, because it is... Do you have any bonus actions or movement you would like to do?
Yeah, then as a bonus action, Vrexel's gonna flick out a magnifying glass that seems to emerge just like from the inside of his coat pocket, but it seems to sort of glow and be semi-translucent. He's gonna cast Gananath's magnifying glass.
I love that one.
And have it at the ready. That's it.
Wonderful.
That's it for Vrexel.
All right. So now that it is number 2's turn, it's going to make an investigation check, essentially intelligence, and it fails. So it will turn, hear it, and start chittering away, chasing after them. However, this will be its turn, essentially chasing after them. But since the major image can only be within a certain 20-foot cube.
Correct. It's a 120-foot range, but a 20-foot cube. So he's keeping them clumped together, but 120 feet gets him to the edge of the map.
All right. So then he will chase after them. Once he does get to the edge of, 80 feet. I'm going to put him back. All right. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 55, 75, 80. Okay, so that's 80. Once he gets there, he will attempt to stab them, and the stinger will go through, and so he's not there yet.
Did he use his action to dash there?
Yeah, he's using his action to dash there. He still has 40 feet until he actually reaches your major image.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
okay.
So 80 feet to dash there, and then since it's a 120-foot range, and you did it, like, sort of as far as you could, right?
Yeah, basically, I mean, I can move the image, so they're moving just away, basically.
Yeah, okay. Wonderful. And, yeah, so that will preoccupy him for a little bit. And now all of you get to just wallop on number 1. So, once number 2 is all done with that, it is now Reginald's turn. Reginald says, oh dear. And he is going to just do the tried and true Eldritch Blast.
Reginald Graves. I get it. Okay,
Mm.
I'm fine. Took me a sec.
And so that will be a hit. And he gets another one, so that is a hit. Okay, cool. 2d10. And he is then going to start backing away. He actually, unbeknownst to him, will provoke an opportunity attack because he didn't realize that this thing's range was like so good. And so we'll make a swing at him. And it will actually miss. He's just like, oof! Oh, that won't do. And that is 10 force damage against number 1. And after that, it is Gale's turn. Gale is going to... She is actually going to turn back to Kanari, smile, and then say, "Don't mind me." And then she says, "I bless you with the speed of air." And she will touch you with your permission to give you Longstrider.
Oh boy. What does that do again?
You get 10 feet of movement speed increase for 1 hour.
Wow.
And that's her action, and then she's actually going to plop, or, yeah, she is going to summon forth with her wand in a hawk spirit. So a hawk spirit flies out and starts flying around her and starts circling around. And after Gale's turn, it's Umbrin's turn.
I'm just gonna look at this thing and go, your friend might have left, but you're staying here with us, and he's gonna throw Tasha's Mind Whip at it for a DC 16 intelligence check.
That will fail.
Of course it will. It's gonna take a 6 and a 2 for 14 points of psychic damage. It is now restrained on its turn. It has 1 action, bonus action, or a movement, and it can take no reactions. It's already used its reaction, but still.
Alrighty-o. Is that it for
I
you?
am gonna jump over a bit to here.
Alright.
And then I'm going to bonus action! Hide!
Rogue!
Bro! Do you want a stealth check?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Or, not great, 17.
Alright. Claude is going to run around, and as he's running, his form is changing into a more bestial look, and he's going to get to a flanking position with Braina, taking advantage of the attack against Graves, and then he is raging, so he will do a bite attack, and how does this work? So he's not using any weapons. He's just kind of like going at it with his teeth. So the Radiance, you manifest a natural weapon. It counts as a simple melee weapon for you. So he's just going in and he does a double bite. The first one does not break through, and he is pretty upset about it. So then he reels back, and the fangs seem to increase as he's going, and he actually bites down into the flesh, and the creature actually goes responding to the damage that it is taking. So that is a total of 9. And then after Claude, it is Moxie's turn.
Yeah. So from where I am I flanking with anyone?
No, unfortunately. Someone would have to be
Move
in
up 2 spaces.
this position, but you could reach here. Oh, this is the paintbrush.
I was wondering that from earlier.
Let's stand
You
in one of
can-
these brightly colored bushes.
Yeah, right. So
Yep,
if I'm
right
here,
there.
Okay, that's good. All right.
Technically, right here would have been with Empress. So.
No, where
well.
the one down is Empress.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One down is Empress,
yeah.
one up is Gale.
You're right.
Okay,
So
well, I can
either
just
one
stay
of
here.
those.
Okay, that's fine. So Moxie will go ahead and start punching. And it doesn't. Oh, okay. So I do have it turned on, so it'll be a 1d6 extra for force damage.
Yeah.
And it's advantage. Wow, that's fun. That's gonna be a 16.
16 does not hit.
I
You
think
do
so.
hit, but the natural armor of this creature is so sturdy and thick, it does not do any. It does not make any actual impact.
Rude. I'm gonna attack again. Oh, okay. So that's gonna be a 24.
24 will hit.
Okay, cool. So then we're just gonna roll. Okay, so that's 9 damage, and then I think it's 1 force damage. Yeah, that'll be 1 force damage.
10 total.
Yes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and Fury of Blows to attack some more.
Ooh.
Wow, 2 12s. So that's gonna be. Wow, I know my numbers. 20, dirty 20.
That will hit.
And that's gonna be a 11, and then 2 for force damage. So
13 total.
yeah, I can total it. I just didn't know if you needed to know which one was the force damage or not.
Oh, not in this instance.
Okay.
I think so.
And then that's a 16 plus 8. I don't want to do that math. 24 again.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's gonna be a an 9 damage.
All right.
Wow, this
Whittling
is
this guy down.
rolling terribly. And that is my turn. We'll go with those 2 next time.
After Moxie, it is Braina.
Brina is going to. Well, just got this thing. It may as well use it, see how it feels, and will stow her shield so she can two-handedly wield the Blood Maul.
Mm-hmm.
So she's down to 16 AC.
That's the trade-off.
Yep. And we'll roll an advantage because of flanking.
You don't want a reckless?
Nope. Oh man, that sucks a lot. Double 19 for the first hit. I want that second little bit there because that's pretty cool. I like it a lot. But no 20s. So first damage is 10 plus 7 is 17 plus another 2 for raging is 19 points for the first hit.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to have Gale's spirit attack. Oh, it hasn't
my
even been Gale's
gosh.
turn.
Yeah, so you haven't really forgotten.
So
Oh, no, it has been Gale's turn. I wrote Gale down twice.
Gale
Empress.
takes 2 turns because she's them
Empress.
self-insert OC.
Because I am a conductor of birds in real life.
so did you hear that 19 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Second attack. 17 plus 10 is 27 to hit. For another 19 damage. So 38. That's just normal damage, guys. 38 in a round.
Nice.
This is why you always bring a barbarian.
And that's my turn.
All right. After Brena, it is Canary.
Alrighty. Okay.
How does this thing look now?
Oh,
Compared to where
it's looking pretty beat up. You've done pretty hard hits on it so far.
Hopefully our sick moves dissuade this team from trying to make a turnaround on us, too.
I'm not afraid of Team Genie.
Action for Channels of Divinity, Twilight Sanctuary.
I'm gonna be smart.
All right.
Yeah, so this 30-foot radius sphere just erupts out of her.
Perhaps.
Yep. So that gets everybody except Umbrin, but he's hiding. So that is good. And then bonus action, I'll cast Spiritual Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to find my Channel Divinity. Where is that? It's somewhere here. Yeah. So Spiritual Weapon, I'm gonna place it right in between Claude and Empress. Yep. And so that will make its attack 23 to hit.
23 to hit. Will hit.
Get it,
so
frying pan.
that'll be 11 points of force damage.
11 points of force damage.
And I think that's my turn. I get 10 temporary hit points.
Alrighty-o. Once you are done, it is Empress's turn. And Empress is going to... there are no bonus actions right now, so she's... Or there are no reactions, so she's actually gonna dance away. She takes her bagpipes and she'll actually strut this way. And she will blow her bagpipes, however that works, and cast Heroism on her boy Claude.
On her boy.
Her boy, here
Boy.
comes the boy.
We killed him.
Yeah, that's true. And we'll get a certain amount of temporary hit points equal to 4. And immune to being frightened, spellcasting modifier. And oh, at the start of each of his turns. That's cool.
Oh. Hey, Dev,
Yes.
did you make the Bone Devil's attacks on Braina at disadvantage? Because of protection from good and evil?
I didn't.
Okay. Sorry, I'll keep monitoring that in the future.
That is okay. That's my bad. But then Empress is going to back up a little bit and give a bardic inspiration to her boy Claude.
Wow, she's really into Claude.
And then we're back to the top of the order, and Bone Devil is going to disengage and fly up 40 feet.
Do we get opportunity attacks?
Disengage. Unless you have the Sentinel.
Is an action.
Yes.
Empress.
If it disengaged, it couldn't move.
You're right.
Oh no, suck it,
So,
Bone Devil.
Suck that, Bone Devil.
Yeah.
so it can't disengage and move at the same time. So it is not going to provoke an opportunity attack to do that. So it's going to take its stinger and it's just going to make some attacks against y'all. So
Braina did just hit it for 38 damage.
Uh,
Throw that out there.
and
Empress-
It did,
it
but
has
have you
disadvantage
seen
on other things,
Canary
right?
sparkle? She is the best target to hit because she's so dang sparkly.
Umbrin, I swear to God, I'm glad you don't get temp HP.
That's the
Empress-
justification Umbrin makes every time something hits Canary. It's like, 'cause she's shiny.
Speaking of which, Empress, how far is she away? Oh, she's just out of reach. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I made it invisible so that...
Oh, no worries. That's a lot to go on. I think it has to be at the end of their turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
that's at the end.
Yep. Okay. So she doesn't get any temp HP.
It's going to fly 40 feet up. Not disengage.
Opportunity attacks.
Opportunity attacks all around.
Bird
Do we still get them
spirit,
an advantage?
attack. Nope, that misses.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, you still got advantage for
Yeah,
flanking.
you still get advantage.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
You can roll your damage whenever.
30, 20 hits.
Yes.
I think, yeah, I also have a dirty 20, so.
He said
Six.
spiritual weapon doesn't get opportunity attacks, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And she's gonna do a quarterstaff bash.
I got 15 damage.
15 damage. Damage.
Yeah.
And then
Probably not smart because I can't do any other reactions, but that is fine. I need something to give me more reactions, Dev. That's what I would like.
I'll give you
I would like
10
the ring of
reactions.
infinite reactions, please.
I did
And-
9 damage.
All right. Claude has advantage, and so he's actually gonna hit as well. 9 damage. Claude gets to roll, and then he is going to add the Bardic Inspiration onto his damage. So that is a total of. He doesn't really hit that hard. These Form of the Beast attacks aren't that good. That's 8.
Write that down. Write that down.
This attack's not great.
Monster.
We're just preparing in case they turn against us.
Rexel's evil little, let's just like run and wait it out. I love it.
100% in this game for his friends.
I mean, yeah, Moxie was impressed.
And that is
He's
the
like
end of
the
its turn.
cutest, sweetest little guy, and he's all like, let the bone devils eat them.
For sure has that.
It is 40 feet in the air. And
Rude.
now it is Frexel's turn.
Rexel's going to move here. And I think can he see what's going on with the second bone devil? Is it still? Does it seem like it's figured it out, or is it?
It has not yet. It's like still running towards the space that you put them.
Okay. Then the group's got this one. He's going to, now that he's moved, cause the image to move farther away, since he just moved 30 feet. So it's going to move 30 feet farther away from where they all are. Just trying to keep that one off the field as long as he can. And no real bonus actions for him right now, so that's it.
All right. Yeah, and so you were within 120 feet, so you are all good to do just that. How far did you say you moved it?
Well, he moved 30 feet, but he didn't move 30 feet directly, so it probably moved like 25 feet away from.
All right.
So he kind of took an angle, so.
And then it is that guy's turn. He's gonna do another intelligence check. Fails. And then he is going to I'm gonna roll a check for him. Ooh. He is going to stop and then turn back.
Boop.
He's not going to continue chasing after them. He hears what is happening and turns around, and then we'll start flying back.
We got incoming!
I should just for you. Okay, so he gets to right here.
Oh,
Whoa!
we really got incoming!
Frexel got 11 temporary hit points.
Hey.
And he flew up as he was doing this, so
Okay.
he is approximately like 20 feet in the air. And that is actually its turn. So now it's not Frexel, Reginald's turn.
We'll go
Reginald, yeah, you can go again. Reginald is going to look around. Oh my, this is not ideal. And as I can recall, they're immune to fire damage. So instead, I will. How far away is he? Oh, Sir Devil, you are quite a pithy sort. And he casts Vicious Mockery.
Boo, get a better spell.
Oh, and the devil fails. So the devil's like shakes his head. Oh, he's a devil. He still fails. Magic resistance. And Reginald said, okay, that's all I got.
Wow, he's so lame.
He gets 8 temporary hit points, though.
Oh, thank you, lass.
I can do some things.
And he is going to use a bonus action to start flying. And it goes up 30 feet. Who would like to fly?
As soon as we get boots of flying or a broomstick, Brighton's just gonna surf around.
He starts doing like some fisticuffs, like, I got him, don't you worry.
Oh god.
I can hit harder than you, Reginald. You should have made me fly.
I
Gale
think Reginald's
says,
a little more concerned with his own survivability.
Gale says, this is not ideal indeed. Come down. And she uses her wand to conduct a little quieter, kind of like a drop. And the devil will attempt to resist the only time I've ever used a spell or seen it cast, Earthbind. Oh my god! Did it fail? Alright, so that is a strength saving throw. Its strength is a +4, and I got a 12. Ah, dang. So chains shoot up from the ground and start like wrapping around it, trying to pull it down. And as it's slowly like descending just a little bit, it actually flaps its wings and breaks out of the chains.
No.
Lame.
Because their spell save DC is a 15. All right. So after she said, humdrum, bad. I did not like that.
God, what is this fucking team?
Y'all, do all you people talk like this?
You see Empress just like hopping from foot to foot.
I think the answer is yes.
Answers that question.
The wind spirit, the flying spirit, is gonna fly up and go to make an attack. And it'll miss. And then it just flies back. Oh, actually, she says, wait! Assistance! And she will actually use her hawk totem to fly with her bird and kind of like give like a double hit, get advantage, and it hits! So, the bird strikes the devil for some damage. And now it is back to Umbran.
Dev, tell me, how this Bone Devil looking?
Not good at all.
Not good
He
at all.
Is like, there's almost a sense of panic around him.
Oh, I love it. I'm going to sorcery point. Gonna wait, I need to get within 30 feet.
It is 40 feet in the air.
Could I use my movement to climb a tree? How tall are these trees, Dev?
These trees are about 30 feet tall. It would require your action to climb.
Could I do some sweet acrobatics to bonus action get up the tree?
You're proficient with that. Sure. You can use your bonus action to do acrobatics. Yes.
Nice. 19 plus. Come on, 19 to bonus action acrobatics up a tree? Rude. 26.
All right, so you do a run up the tree, get enough speed, you do a flip, and you land gracefully on a branch, and you are now within, let's say, 20 feet of this creature.
Awesome. I'm going to sorcery point. Extend inflict wounds. So it is a 30-foot range instead of a touch spell. I'm going to cast it at level 2. You better not roll bad. And I'm going to just crush this thing with my awesome. Does 19 hit?
It does.
Nice. All right, so take 4d10 necrotic damage. For a 6, a 4, a 5, and an 8.
23.
23 points of
Oh, wow.
necrotic damage.
Thank goodness we have a math brain.
I know, that would have taken me a while.
And yeah, is that the end of your turn?
That's my movement and my bonus action. It doesn't fucking drop it. Ugh. Be better, dice.
And then it's Claude's turn. Claude?
Both Gale and Umbrin get 8 temporary hit points.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Is Umbrin still out of range, or did he move closer?
He's not in range yet.
He's not in range, so
No.
Gale just got the 8 HP. Ugh.
All right. So now it is Claude's turn. Claude is going to start running at the other demon. 5, 15, 20. He's just going to stand there and he's going to ready an action. And then now that he is done, it is Moxie's turn. Moxie, it is 40 feet up.
Yeah, and there's no way to like jump that high, right?
No.
Okay. I didn't
There is
think
a
so.
standing jump rule, but I think it doesn't go that high.
Only goes your strength score, I think.
Well, that's dumb.
Don't you have a range of 15 feet, though? You could climb a tree.
Yeah.
3 plus your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump.
If I don't think I could climb a tree, and would I still be within 15 feet if I was like next to Umbrin? Does that count? Could I do that?
No, unfortunately, I don't think any of the trees that Umbrin is around is within 15 feet, but if you get to the top of this one, then you'll be good.
Yeah, but to run over there is 15 feet, and then would 30 feet of movement still be enough to get up there? Does that matter?
Yes.
You could step of the wind,
Would.
bonus action dash.
You could. So I think so if you use the 15 feet to go over there and you do the 30 feet up in the tree, that's your 45 feet of movement, so you should be good. But you'll be within 10 feet, because right now I'm kind of like, since it's so close, you'll just be like right there.
Okay. Then yeah, that's what
Well,
I'm gonna
not 10
do.
feet.
Moxie's gonna kind of just run under it, I guess, and then climb up the tree.
You'll be within 15 feet. All right, so give me an acrobatics check as your bonus action,
Okay.
since you are proficient with it.
Oh gosh. That's a 15 plus 7, so
Yeah, that'll hit.
okay. And then I can go ahead and do my attack now, correct? But I'm not flanking anymore, so I don't get advantage.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, well that's a 2, so that's not gonna hit.
Fortunately, it will not.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my other attack action. Wow. Okay, dice. Seriously? That's a 4.
That will not hit, unfortunately.
And then was the acrobatics check a bonus action or anything?
It was a bonus action.
Okay, so then that's all I can do. Moxie's
All
just
right.
pouting in a tree now.
That means that it's Braina's turn.
This bone devil looks very nearly dead up there.
Very nearly.
Okay, Braina is clicking the hand. Running this way. 40 feet. How high up in the air is this guy?
He is 20 feet in the air.
Okay, Braina's hucking. 2 javelins toward him. Reckless doesn't count, or can't do reckless because range attacks, so just straight rolls with the javelins. Nice. 22 and a 27 to hit with the javelins. I'm assuming those both hit? Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Double ones!
Ooh.
2, 12. Rage is only on melee damage. So, 12 points of damage with the 2 javelins as they fly towards that bone devil.
All right. If that is the end of your turn, then it is now Kanari's turn.
Alrighty. Bonus action, she's going to use her Steps of Night, and she's going to run 40 feet straight up in the air to come face to face with this bone devil.
Oh!
And as she does it, she's going to spin around her Twilight Sanctuary swirling around her, and she's going to guiding bolt this bone devil.
All right. So you fire it off. It zooms through the air.
That is a 22 to hit.
And that hits.
Alrighty, which dice do I want to use? This is just at... this is second level. So I need 5d6. That's what I need. Ooh, okay. Uh, 22 points of radiant damage.
All right, how would you like to do it?
Can Canary shoot off its wings and just have it fall, and snap its neck as it makes impact into the ground?
Of course, that's exactly what happens. And as it falls and crunches, you actually see its form start to light ablaze with a dark, evil flame as it's burning away its form. Back to hell.
Nice. And I believe that's all I can do. Yeah, movement, action, bonus action.
All right. That means that it is now Empress's turn. Empress is going to bardically inspire Claude again. Don't let us down, Claude! And that is her bonus action. So as an action, she is going to look at this fiend and point and start cackling with a wild, fiendish tone. And it's my homebrew spell, Fiendish Cackle. I want to use it. Charisma saving throw, my friend. And yeah, is... Oh, that's a +7, so it will succeed. So this Fiendish Cackle is a spell where essentially she cackles like a fiend and it causes some maddening psychic energy to impact this dude, and it deals 2d12 psychic damage, but halved, so 13 halved to 6. And then Empress's turn is done. It's back to the top with Vrexel.
Vrexel is going to up behind Brayna. This thing's only 20 feet in the air, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's going to cast Fairy Fire such that it doesn't hit Brayna or anyone else besides this creature.
Right. It's just like all of a sudden just poofs out right from its position. And that is a fail.
Ooh, okay. Was that with advantage? Since it's
There's a 2 and an 8 on the die.
Oh yeah. So it is lit up in ethereal
Bleh.
green light. And then that's it. That's all Rexel is gonna do.
All right, that means that it is now its turn, so it's going to fly down and land next to the two of you. It
Okay.
will.
Then can Rexel do something? Sorry.
Yeah,
Gonna use his reaction to cast ink spray.
yeah. Once it reaches your space, you raise up your quill, probably.
Yeah.
And suddenly spray of ink. So what is the save on that?
It's a dex save. It's the same thing as Fairy Fire. Dex save 17.
All right, he actually does succeed with the 17 on the die.
That's alright.
So the flame sort of hits him, but then it burns away immediately
Gotcha.
as a stinger goes through the ink to attack you.
Yep.
Brayna, anything that you can do?
Well, it's got disadvantage because I
It
attacked
does.
it.
It has disadvantage because of Vicious Mockery too, but yeah.
Oh yeah. We've
It has like 3 different disadvantages,
I was
doesn't
trying
it?
to layer on
Because I have
disadvantage
protection
with
from
ink
evil and good on Brayna.
And what was your AC again, Brexel?
18.
18, so that will actually hit.
Alrighty.
Exactly 18. So that is 2d8. So the stinger, it's so fast, dude, like in a blink of an eye, all of a sudden this stabs into you, stabs right in, stabs right out. However, it's the time that it lasted within you, it injected a poison into your system. So I need a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, that's a natural 1. That's a fail.
Oh,
So that
no.
will be 8, 12 piercing damage. And then it is 5d6 poison damage.
Oh, jeez.
It's the Nomophage all over again.
Oh no.
Oh,
Ooh.
So that is 23 poison damage.
oh my gosh.
Yikes. Well, I subtracted 3 using Ancestral Guardians.
And then it will make 2
That's
claw attacks
20
against
total.
Brayna. So 1 attack. Yes,
So that was 20 total.
Was
I believe so, yeah.
23 from the poison. And
Or
then
sorry, 20
12.
from the 20 from the poison. I mean, after the 3 that you took away 3, you said.
Well, there's what'd you say, 12 piercing damage too. So
Yes.
it would take off of that probably.
So 9 piercing total, 23 poison total.
So 23 is the total for the poison. So he's got to make. Ooh, fails his con save on Fairy Fire, but is going to use Mind Sharpener, which he has put on his armor to succeed.
Nice.
Mind Sharpener. I give that to Crank too. Claws against Brayna. First claw, 15 on the die, so that will hit. Second claw, 18 on the die, so that will hit. The claws are both 1d8, so that will be 2d8 plus 4 each. Or 1d8 plus 4 each, so 2d8 plus 8 total. And you're raging, this is piercing. No, slashing. So that is 8 plus 8, 16, so half to 8.
Okie dokie.
And then it is Reginald's turn. Reginald is going to say, not today, fiends. Get it. It is the joke. It is a joke. Fiends, he is a fiends.
Did it roll
Bad
those attacks
joke.
at disadvantage?
Oh, because you have protection.
Yep.
So we'll do 15 and 18 for the first one, so that will only be 4 total damage after the resistance from that first attack. And then that is a 9 on the die. He has plus 8, so that's 17 for the first roll of the second attack. And then the second roll was a 3. So you only take 4 total damage.
Woohoo!
Sorry, I forgot about that again, but
And actually, I didn't have a reaction to use the Mind Sharpener, so the Fairy Fire's gone.
oh no.
Hmm.
I used it.
Thank you for being honest.
Oh.
Yes, so then it's Mr. Reginald Graves is going to hex this bloody fiend. So he casts Hex. And then he's going to make 2 Eldritch Blast attacks. And only one of them will hit. So the second one also gets to add the Hex. So that is 1d10. And then the Hex is a d6. Oh, that's a 1. So that's a total of 1 damage, and then 2 psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on strength ability checks. I have weakened its strength. Do with that what you will. And yeah, this team's actually pretty pathetic.
You're really bringing it now. I mean, also though, I feel kind of bad for Dave if they took him out so much. But they did catch him off guard.
Runs forward 5, 20, 25, 30, and the spirit will also move. Gale is also going to cast Earthbind once again. Let's see what happens this time.
You can do
double
it.
5s. Chains shoot out of the earth and start wrapping around this bone devil and pull it to the ground. It is now locked onto the ground. Gale's not going to get within that close. Aha! I have securely fastened the beast to the ground. And that's what I call a decrescendo. And then she bows.
I hate this team so much.
What's your theme?
And then the beast spirit is going to make an attack. It's actually going to use Braina's positioning to get advantage. And
Damn it, B.
What?
Oh, I just want to be there.
You want to be there?
Yeah.
Get right in the action. Where's Gale's stuff again? All right. So that is... that does not hit. All right. The bird is giving Brain a flanking. Gale's turn is done. Umbrin is up. Oh, I believe that Gale also must use her bonus action to move her totem spirit. Yep, she does that.
How's this thing not looking too bad, right?
And it's not taking that much damage.
Yeah.
Now's where you pull out the big guns, my friends, Reginald says.
No, it's
Claude
not!
Claude says, shut up, Reginald!
We're just chipping it down right now, fucking idiot. Jeez. I'm going to dope acrobatics ninja my way through the trees, as ninjas tend to do. I'm just gonna throw Mind Sliver at it. Int save, 16.
Mind Sliver. That is a 20 on the die. I will resist.
Alright.
And
bonus action hide.
all right, roll that stealth. And then it is Claude's turn. Claude is going to pull out a halberd that he had attached to his back, and he's going to spin it around as he stays.
11.
Wonderful. He stays 10 feet away as he starts stabbing. And that will be... Gale will use her reaction to give Claude advantage on this attack, which he needed. Oh, he has reckless attack. She's not going to do that. Recklessly attack, so that will hit. Recklessly attack the second time. That will also hit, so that is 2d10. And that is actually going to be what he does, so now it's Moxie's turn.
So if I wanted to be flanking, it would need to be about here, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So can I jump out of the tree in this direction?
Yeah, you're not that high up where you'll risk anything.
I won't risk anything
But
anyway.
you can give me an acrobatics check just to see.
That's 17.
17 is good. You do not stumble or falter.
Sweet. Okay. And then, yeah, I can get there. No problem. So Moxie's just going to run up, and now that I have advantage, hopefully we can hit things. Wow. That's going to be, it's an 18 on the dice plus an 8. So.
That'll hit.
All right, dice. So that's going to be 11 damage for that one.
All right.
And then that's going to be 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
10 damage.
Wonderful. Just pop, pop.
Yeah, we're just punching away, and then I'll Fury of Blows bonus action to punch some more.
Wonderful.
Oh, hang on. How much did I move, actually?
Oh, you know what?
So we said I could use my Hand of Harm, right? I mean, my Hand of Healing from far away with the... No.
Yeah, it's still a melee attack. You can't do the Hand of Harm, I think.
No, you can do the Hand of Harm, but you can't do the Hand of Healing.
Oh.
Hand of Healing
Attack.
specifically is a touch. We already talked about this.
I know, I couldn't remember. Okay, that was only 25 feet, and then... I should have enough movement to... get over there, maybe. I'll figure it out in a second. Okay, well, for the first one... Wow. That's gonna be an 18. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 18 does not hit.
Okay. And then... Yeah, I only moved 25 feet, so I have 20 more feet to move. Moxie is going to just kind of come over here and punch Rexel.
Hey.
Because so I'll go ahead and do Healing Hand, which is, oh god dang it, I never rolled that great for this, but once I find it, so it'll be 5 points of healing, but I can, when I use Heal of Hand, I can end you being poisoned.
Hey, that's awesome.
Which is what I was really going for.
Thank
Yep.
you.
So you are no longer afflicted by the poisoned condition, which was for a minute.
And that is the end of my turn.
Brayna's turn.
My turn.
Brayna, you don't have advantage because the Summon Beast is concentration, and so is Earthbind.
What?
Oh, you had advantage because of the beast spirit, the bird, but because Earthbind is concentration, she had to drop this beast to bind
Okay.
the devil.
I was
Yes.
like, I did not see the connection.
My bad.
Well, in any case, I'm moving here, and then I have advantage.
With Moxie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still using that new wall.
Smush.
16 plus.
19 is the AC.
10. 16 plus
So-
10, so 26.
Yep, I think that's a good one.
Ooh, almost max. 11 plus 7 is 18 plus another 2 is 20 points of damage on the first attack. Second. Ooh, it's a good thing we got advantage. 24 to hit. For 6 plus 7 is 13, 15 points of damage. It's a hit. All the
Yes.
things. This mall is going to be wicked when we get mobbed by minions.
This mall is on fire.
And now, Kanari's turn, who is 40 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Graves is 30 feet in the air. He's like, hi, kiddo.
How old is
Tommy
he?
Short.
He's... You're not sure.
Is that genie magic?
That
The fact that he called me kiddo.
How
shake.
dare he?
I have 40 feet of movement. I'm going on top of this thing and firing a guiding bolt straight down on its back.
I can picture it. Your legs go up and you go... It's like some magical girl anime move. I'm just like, this is amazing. All right.
Yep. Okay. Here we go. That
You
is-
don't have advantage, but Gale sees what you're doing and she says, "Ha! Assist my hawk spirits!" And she conducts this hawk spirit to join you, and so it actually flies around your guiding bolt as you shoot down to give you
Does
advantage.
she resummon her spirit?
No. So the spirit is different. So this is the totem, not the hawk
Totem,
spirit.
not
Yeah.
spirit.
She
Okay.
had 2 birds. One doesn't require concentration. The other one did.
It's a good thing she gave me advantage. I rolled a 19, exactly.
That hits.
Whew, okay. And I said this was at third level. Thought I did. Did I announce that before? Oh, whatever.
And then
That's what it is. Ooh, baby.
I actually assumed that you were gonna pump a lot into it, so.
Oh yeah. 29 points of radiant damage.
Oof. Oof. It is now bloodied.
And bonus action. How far can I move this thing?
That's my best friend.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can I?
That's my best friend.
It's my best friend. It's just far enough away where I can't do. It'll be friends with Claude. Claude gets a frying pan right near him.
This is strange, but I like it.
You want pancakes? I got pancakes.
They're not real pancakes, they're spectral pancakes, but you know.
Hey,
Kanari's done, so now it's Empress's turn. Empress says, "Oh, good on ya!" And she gives Kanari bardic inspiration.
cool.
Ooh.
And then, peace de resistance. Sorry, Claude, that I have to end this, but this will be wonderful. And she cast Hypnotic Pattern. So it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. Oh my god! A 7 and a 5. So that means it failed. It is hypnotized.
Where's the 30-foot cube? Does it hit any of the rest of us?
So it's going to be in a space that would fit best. Actually, you know what? All of you make this wisdom saving throw. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh no!
What about
said-
people sitting in the trees?
Oh, no, not you. It has to be a 30-foot cube.
Yeah, we are all bunched up around this creature.
I'm 40 feet in the air. Woo!
Don't fail me now, right now, Dice, please. Okay,
she's
thank
not hitting
you.
Claude.
Natural 20.
I think they're
You
boning.
are good.
You're right.
They have to
23.
be.
Moxie is good.
17.
Brayna is good.
Oh, thank gosh.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to, end things quickly. She plays her bagpipes and flames shoot out.
Insight check?
That's like the coolest thing she's done.
Do I believe that was unintentional?
Is there
Yeah,
damage
cool.
in Hypnotic Cube, or?
Nope.
How
You
does
just
she
get-
ending this quickly?
It is
Is it like
now
won't attack her?
hypnotized, so it cannot take any actions or move. It is
End
charmed.
this quickly. These bitches dumb.
It is incapacitated and speed is 0. So essentially, incapacitated means that you get an advantage, and any hit that you hit is a critical hit.
Sweet.
So it's just like it's time to wail. Kanari is bardically inspired, and it's back to Vrexel.
Does Vrexel know what have they announced don't hit it, or that's gonna...
She did yell, "It's hypnotized!"
Do we want to just all go at once here?
Yeah.
Vrexel's gonna move a little bit away since he's not looking too great, and then it's going to hold a lightning launcher attack for the queue. They can queue us. That's what.
The last person in this cluster is Kanari.
So yeah, I'll wait for Kanari's turn, I guess.
Or you can just say whenever someone attacks first, that's when it goes off.
Yeah.
All right. And then it is its turn. And the cool thing about Hypnotic Pattern is that it doesn't repeat the saving throw.
Right.
It just is until it isn't. And so you see it there. It's like swaying back and forth, looking around. Just like there's a smile on its face. And then it is Reginald's turn. Reginald is going to bite his thumb at it. He's going to fly forward. And it is hexed. And he is going to also hold his Eldritch Blast until someone makes an attack. Gale is going to she's going to hold Ice Knife. And it is Umbren's turn.
Fine, I'll play. Umbren's gonna hold a 2nd level Witch Bolt.
You have to be 30 feet.
60 feet.
Witch Bolt?
Witch Bolt?
Witch Bolt. You mean Chaos Bolt?
No, I mean Witch Bolt. I think I don't know my spells. I've only got 6 of them.
Oh. I might have been getting this wrong. I thought it was 30 feet. That it, like, if it moves beyond 30 feet. No, it's 30 feet. Witch Bolt, 30 feet range. Unless you're doing the distance sorcery point.
Where's this thing? I'm exactly 30 feet away from it.
Okay, good. Then, yeah. You're holding that action. Next up, it is Claude. Claude is going to hold his halberd attack. Then Moxie, it is now your turn.
Moxie will hold a punch.
Wonderful. And then it is Bryna's turn.
Are we all holding, or do we still have more people to hold?
Yeah, because Kanari's last.
Oh. I'm rearing up with my maul.
And then Kanari, it is your turn.
Frying Pan is moving up, and one big smack.
All right, Frying Pan attack.
So that's a 23 to hit, or 20. What am I doing? 20. That's math.
So what we'll do is everyone roll the damage. Roll the attack. The AC is 19, so if you roll a 19 or higher with the advantage attack, it's an automatic crit. So you do all of that, and then I will just go through the order for the damage.
Oh, snap.
Got a 19 on the dot.
Wonderful. At advantage?
Yeah, it was 11 plus 8. The other one was a 2.
All right. Technically, incapacitated doesn't invoke damage, or advantage, but since everyone's like clustered around, I'm just giving it.
Assuming.
Okay.
I think it's
Pretzel.
gonna be dead before it gets to me, but that's okay.
How much did you deal?
Let's see. That's 27
And then
lightning damage, which if that
yes. Should probably. Ooh. Reginald got a natural 20. You got 2 natural 20s. Holy
Oh my
Screw
God.
that guy.
Write that down.
And it's hexed.
Reginald, too strong. Take out first.
All right.
Pretzel
So
scribbles in his book.
Roll
7,
nothing but nat 20.
14. So that is 24 damage total. And then after Reginald, it is Gale who's gonna do the ice knife, which I believe is just an attack roll, right? Nice. That'll hit. These are some really good rolls, team. Really good rolls. Oh, she's not gonna do the ice knife. That's bad. She's like, oh, too many people around. I got scared. I'm sorry.
Ice knife's killing everyone.
I'm sorry. I got scared. And then Umbren.
Umbren got a
19,
11 plus 8, so double that is 20, 30.
Oh, I thought you said 19 on the die for like an attack
and
roll.
didn't you say if it hits, it's an auto crit?
Yeah, I mean, like, what was your attack roll?
11 plus 8.
And what's your damage roll?
11 plus 8.
You rolled an 11 for your damage?
On my witch bolt of 2d12s.
Oh.
Okay. So your attack roll and your damage roll were the same.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I was confused. I'm like, wait.
No, they both came out the same. So 19 doubled is
38.
38.
And then after that, it's Claude. He's gonna make his. That'll hit. That'll hit. So then 18, 36, plus 8, 44. Oh, no, he can only do one, so half that. 22. Because it's a reaction. Stupid. And then Moxie, your reaction?
Yeah. Nope.
You didn't hit?
Nope. I rolled a 1 and a 9.
Oh.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Braina.
I don't remember what I rolled, but it was more than a 19.
That's
and
not
so,
the important part.
So I did 40 damage.
Ooh. And that's a lot. Good job.
Well, I
Thank you
rolled
for
I rolled a
boxing, not
6. I rolled
hitting.
a 6 and I rolled a 6 and a 5 on the dice.
Yes.
So that's 11 plus 7
Yes.
is 18 plus 2 is 20 times 2 is 40.
And he's so
I'm
then
fishing for them Pritz.
Kanari.
I did. I rolled a 20 to hit with the spiritual weapon and dealt 22 force damage.
What about your action?
If it's incapacitated, it can't save on dex saving throws, right?
No, that is paralyzed or unconscious or something.
Did it survive all those hits for Kanari to make an
Incapacitated
action?
is actions and reactions. It's actually like all at once, so it won't matter. It'll just be like.
I'll.
Can you bonus action and action at the same time?
Technically, it's all within the same 6-second span. All these reactions are as well.
It's still technically my turn, so I
Yeah.
have my action. Everybody
Yeah.
else just used their actions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's still alive after all of that damage?
No. This is all happening all at once. So whatever Kanari is doing for her action is at the same time as the bonus action for the spiritual weapon, at the same time as everyone else's stuff.
Okay.
I'll do a first level guiding bolt for 25 to hit.
All right.
And that's what, 4d6. 32 points of radiant damage.
All right, you're bardically inspired. Do you want to add a d8 to that damage?
And can I double that too?
Yeah.
I rolled an 8 for another 16. What is that? 16, 32, 48?
8.
Wyatt wins for damage this round. Anyway, it's dead. I just want to. So everyone launches off their attacks except Gale. God damn it, Gale. But she's the one that Earthbound is, so that's pretty important because it would have flown away otherwise.
Yeah.
And it crumples and catches on fire and burns away. Back to hell it goes. And Empress is going to, just in case, cast a mass healing word.
Wow. Nice.
6 creatures, so that would be whoever got damaged. I think Braina got damaged, Moxie got damaged, Drexel, and Claude. Alright. So 1d4 plus 4. I'm just going to roll 1. You each get 5 hit points. That helps a little bit.
Andy.
And that's where we're going to end it for today, because we're 15 minutes over ending time. So, for everyone that has tuned in, thank you so much for your viewership. As a reminder that we will be moving to Wednesday for our next episode. Not this Wednesday, the following Wednesday. So August 11th. We also
10
will,
days, folks.
10 days is so long. What's gonna...
Too much. I need
Team Genie gonna
D&D.
turn on these people? This enemy team? Will Vrexel become a murderer?
What are they gonna do? Like
Yeah,
play
they're-
musical instruments at us? Oh, scary.
This has been very... Yeah, I just quickly built them real quick. I didn't like optimize at all. Anyway, and also other announcements. I have a Kickstarter running. So if you are interested and you're watching, go to Kickstarter and look up A Book of Mini Heroes by Dev Wozleski. It's pretty cool. Jacob actually just posted something on DM's Guild as well. So Jacob, what do you search to find that?
Oh, yes. I made a book of ocean, sort of expanded random encounters for sort of ocean, aquatic, naval adventures. It is creatively titled Ocean Encounters.
I love it.
Search for that on DM's Guild. Or I think you can search for my name too. I think you can search by author, Jacob Pope.
Yeah, you can search by author. And Braina streams and is also in a competition. So Braina streams every Friday?
I stream every single day except for Sundays where I
single
stream here instead.
Oh. Lots of
So
games.
watch me.
Are you
watch me
gonna
on Braina.
stream the new Pokemon Snap editions on Tuesday?
I need to charge my Switch because I haven't actually
okay.
streamed Snap for like a month and a half.
When you do, just let me know, because I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, well, I haven't had time to play Snap in a million years, and I really want to
Totally
again. But
okay.
it's fine.
Because you're also in the DM challenge in the
Yes,
top
I've
9,
been so flippin' busy.
personally shouted
like-
out by the judges and hosts and whatever.
Yeah,
So
Jen Kretschmer shouted out my thing, but shh, I'm not announcing it publicly. Which one is mine? So shh.
yes,
No,
no one will know.
it's a mystery. So yeah, good vibes for that because I just submitted today, the second, prompt for Make a Villain. And again, I cannot say what it is on this public stream because that would get me kicked out of the competition. So,
Correct.
unfortunately for audience, you guys don't get to know what it is.
But congrats.
Eventually I will. So,
You're doing
but
great.
it's fun.
I believe
It's
in
fun
you.
stuff. So,
Yep. And so After the Fall is on Friday, so make sure to tune into that. Super cool concept and world, post-apocalyptic, post-magic apocalypse, Mississippi.
Minnesota.
They're the same place.
Yeah.
Spies.
And yeah, that's about it. Bye, all.
Bye, everybody.